Going live. BM, thank you for being the first one in this morning. Shout out to Nans. Nans, thank you for being here this morning. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. Let me stop first. Nans or BM or somebody, can you hear me? I need like one or two yes first before we even go ahead. Can you hear me loud and clear? Can you hear me? Can you hear me out there? Yes, the sound is up. You can hear me. Please hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live. Yes, okay. Jacqueline Harris, thank you. I appreciate you. Rosalind Smichael, BM, thank you. Sharon Spence, thank you. Loud and clear, says Audrey Wright. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards. Shout out to the school teachers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Shout out to the AC techs. Shout out to the engineers. Shout out to the chefs in the kitchen, security guards, secretaries in offices. Shout out to the strippers on the poles, the girls that were on the back road and all these things. Shout out to whatever you do for a living. Shout out to you and your profession. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person. Shout out to you. Here we are on this beautiful morning. Today is Thursday, the 26th of 2024, the 26th of December 2024, rather. And this is the day after Christmas. Christmas has come and gone. A lot of people was making plans for Christmas 2024, what it's gonna be like and what they're gonna do. It's gone now. Can't stop worrying about it now. It's gone. Now we're on to a few more days from now. We'll be in a completely new year. Yeah. Thanks and praises to the Most High for bringing us this far. And we're still feeling good and healthy and strong. And our children are good and healthy and strong. That's a lot to give thanks for. You know what I mean? Today is Boxing Day. Yes, today is Boxing Day. So the day before Christmas is we celebrate a thing in Jamaica that's called Grand Market. And Grand Market leading to Christmas morning. And the day after is Boxing Day. What are the traditions of Boxing Day in Jamaica? Yeah, you can't left God out tight, you know, because, boy, a whole heap of people didn't make it this far for the year, you know. I saw videos of people professing and speaking about what they were going to be doing in 2025. And I watched them drop out in 2024. So, you know what I'm saying? You give thanks. Yeah, give thanks for real. Don't take it for a joke. Grand Market, yeah, out the way. Christmas out the way. What's traditional for Boxing Day? I want to hear a Jamaican tradition for Boxing Day. Go to the beach. Mm-mm. Then imagine you come from a place where you can go to the beach on Christmas Day and swim in the water because it's not cold. And you're there far in a freeze on Christmas Day. Most places on Christmas Day, like especially the up north places and whatnot, are not cold. And these European countries and places, y'all are cold right now. I just saw a video yesterday of a brethren of mine, Tariq. He's in Jamaica right now. And the man, you know, stripped down to him, swim trunks. I think he said something about, I'm in Jamaica now, where are you, or something, and climb up on a wall and dive off in the water. And I'm like, oh man, I can't even go swimming in Florida right now because the water is freezing. Although Florida itself is not freezing, a little bit chilly every now and then it get back to a warm day, but it's not freezing. But in there, Jamaica, which part him can just trip down and just douche, dive off in our water. Jamaica. Prison Oval in Spanish Town. Senior Sexy, what that mean? Merry-go-round, what that mean? At Bluefield Beach in Westmoreland, BM says, beach time. 8 degrees right now. Jesus Christ. You can't keep that. Top of the morning to you, Claudette Sterling. Thank you for being here, Charlotte Slaw. For the people out here, big up yourself, Lady J. Thank you for being here. Elaine Brown, Senior Sexy, thank you for being here. Prillis123. If I didn't call your name, don't feel no way. The people who are in my pod at the Freedom Street concert, reach out to me, please, in SouFLoTV@gmail.com. Just say SouFlo, what's up? All right, so I can connect with each person, and then we'll take it from there. We're supposed to do a little meet and greet online before we go anywhere, just so everybody sees each other's face, and it's not the first time we're seeing each other. You have an idea of who you're going to be around or be with for those few couple of hours. That too shall pass, but it's on its way, and it's about to be a festive moment as well. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but Vybz Kartel has pretty much reunited with almost everybody out of his original settings, his original group. You know, and remember the list that I made, and the list had names like Lisa Hyper on it. The list had names like Da Vinci on it. The list had names like Black Rhino on it. The list had names like, you know, and I was like, I don't know what the dealings is, or if they're gonna be able to fix their issues behind the scenes, whatever issues they might have, but this is the list I was hoping for. Well, it was a joy to see. You know what I mean? It was a real joy to see. Da Vinci is now added officially to Da Vinci, the singer, you know, is now added officially to the stage show itself. Yes, I told you a day ago that they made a reunion, right? And I saw on video Vybz Kartel reunited with Not Nice and Da Vinci, and Popcorn was in the rehearsal at the same time. So you know, it slowly came together. It slowly came together, and they have reunited in a sense. I've seen them now on a live stream, FaceTime talk with Black Rhino. So I don't know if Black Rhino is going to be there. I haven't seen anything that says he's officially added to the show. However, it seems like they're on a talking basis, which is good, which is good. So that's a good thing as well. Tell the family, okay, Christmas is over. Go on your yard now. That's my tradition, says Jev. Run everybody out of your house, Jev. Yeah. We have a couple of things to talk about this morning, but heading into the end of the year, of course, those who have bought their tickets and are heading to Jamaica and are looking forward to this concert, you know, it's a lot of excitement is in the air. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit. Of course, I finished watching the interview that I call the interview of the year. Somebody said, SouFlo, that interview that it was a good interview, but it didn't cover everything because it didn't cover his book, Vybz Kartel, Voice of the Jamaican Ghetto. It didn't cover his book. It didn't cover a bunch of other things. So I told the person, I said, you're right, but make a list of the things you think it didn't cover. So whoever that was, I'm still waiting on your list of the things it didn't cover. I still think that this interview is unbeatable, and it turned out to be the best interview of the year for any artist who gave any interview throughout the year. This was the interview of the year, right? That interview was on the Fix. I believe it now has like 700 and something thousand views in like 2 or 3 days and counting. It should hit 1 million views sometime soon if my calculation of the trajectory is right, right? But we did a part one on our breakdown of it, and we stopped halfway through it. I have my second part of my breakdown of it because I completed watching it, and I'll give you that this morning as well. So we're gonna go through that. And then there's somebody out there that's called a TikTok prophet that is causing quite a stir. I'm going to want to talk about the TikTok prophet a little bit as well. There's also a reminder here and some updates to the Donald Sangster's International Airport in Montego Bay, and a message for those who are traveling to Jamaica, regardless of what airport you will be arriving through. A reminder for you there as well. And then this is a bit off, but I really wanted to talk about the Devin Haney's wife crying over Young Thug on that phone call. I covered it on my other channel, which is Brainflow TV on YouTube. But however, I didn't discuss it. So I would like to discuss it over here. So, and there's a story here about a 72-year-old Jamaican that was shot and killed over loud music in the United States of America. And we're going to get into that one as well, right? So we're going to talk about all these things. It's up to you where we start. Haven't done this in a while. So King Big says the cartel interview was fire. It was fire. It was 2 hours and 29 minutes or something like that, or 2.5 hours long. It was like watching a movie. You know what I mean? It was very entertaining. Charlene Allen says Cartel is a good human being with a great heart. He holds no hatred or grudges for no one, and that is why many people love him. Right? I have some bush tea, moringa. I think yeah, that's moringa bush in my cup this morning. That's what I'm drinking this morning. Some moringa bush. You know, some have the bush that sit on there in there for the longest, and because it wasn't labeled, I couldn't remember what it was. I know I said the tea tastes good. I drink the tea. It just dawned on me this morning as I was making it, some moringa tea. So I'm sipping on moringa this morning. All right, where do we start this morning? Do we start with Vybz Kartel interview? Finish that up. Do we start with the TikTok profit? Do we start with reminder about the traveling to Jamaica and update to the Sangsters International Airport? Or do we talk about the Devin Haney wife crying on the phone over Young Thug? Or do we go with the 72-year-old that was shot and killed over loud music in the US? Which one? All right. Andrew Skinner starts it off, and Andrew Skinner says the cartel interview. Get through that part there. King Biggs says leaving Sunday, SouFlo, and I will email my info so we link up in Jamaica. All right, big man. Say less. All right. Rosalind Smichael says cartel. Asserin Odetta says cartel. All right. It look like it's getting to the cartel part. Let me grab my papers then, because you know I do my writing. See? All right. Cartel it is. Rosalind Smichael says cartel. Asserin Odetta says cartel. King Big says cartel. Jeb says the teacher. Nan says cartel. Looks like it's going to be a cartel. I haven't seen any other thing yet. Cartel it is. We're at 30 seconds. We have 30 seconds to go. Grace James says cartel. I'm looking for a couple of more. We have a few more seconds to go. We are at 20 seconds to go. 1 minute long, man. 1 minute is a long time, you know. And we have 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cartel it is. Wow. That's the first time I've ever asked for you to pick from a list of 5 things and everybody said one thing. Wow. And the first time that ever happened. Normally I would be like 2 says this, 1 says that, and 3 says that. Let's go. 4 says that, 2 says that, 7 says this. Every single person said cartel this morning. All right, let's jump right into it. So, again, I encourage you to go watch this. This was the interview of the year, bar none. And I'm the kind of person who I'm not one of them people that were like, oh, don't talk about other people's platform because you will send your people over there and all that. I've always been this kind of person, right? I'm not afraid to shout out other platforms and what they do over there and all these things. I do know, though, that some people will take it another way, like don't call up with him or something like that. I'm not that kind of person. I'm in a business. As long as I'm not talking bad about you or you ain't talking bad about me. But anyhow, here we go. So the second part of the interview now for me was I didn't catch up on the part where I left off where he said that Madsus and Mooney was fighting out in the street, car nearly licked them down and all kind of something. But this is where I caught up from. Very profound, significant part. Alkaline versus Massacre should clash. They asked Vybz Kartel if he has any grudges or anything towards against Alkaline. He asked for a bathroom break. You can go to the bathroom. So, and then he came back and then he said the same thing again. It's a good water, you know, alkaline water. But all fun and joke aside, he pretty much said him not really business because he can't hold Alkaline back and Alkaline can't hold him back. You know, he can't stop Alkaline. Alkaline can't stop him either. He has no grudges against the youth or nothing like that. But to him, musically, that's a child. So when people are talking about clash, Alkaline must clash Kartel. Vybz Kartel is like, Alkaline is a kid in music compared to me, you know. That's not his genre. Not genre, but that's not his generation. Like who I would really want to see him clash. Haven't I said this before? Haven't I said this before? I said this a long time ago, and I've said it repeatedly. I want to see Alkaline clash Massacre lyrically. I know some people are like, Lord, we can't deal with the clash thing. Why can't they just work together? If you watch the same interview, you will notice how Vybz Kartel actually gave you a history lesson on the significant clashes in that monumental moments in dancehall music. Dancehall our culture now. We must stop make other people. We must stop allow the people in our set of people who turn their noses up at certain parts of our culture and act like it's not because them feel like them bougie are better than that part of the culture. They allow the culture to be robbed from us because foreigners come and take it up. Just like over in Europe where they have a festival that's called the Bumbleclot Festival, and Spice was the one that was passing through there and show us that there's a festival here called the Bumbleclot Festival, and it's a huge festival in Europe. But if you're in Jamaica and you say Bumbleclot in front of a police officer, you could get a ticket or you could get arrested. Or if you're on stage as an entertainer and you say Bumbleclot, you could get fined, right? So we're taught basically a lot of the times to downplay, disregard, even in some instances, disrespect and deny our own culture while other people take it and monetize it and big it up and all that. So I'm very much for the clash segment of our culture, dancehall music, just like how I'm super into hip hop music. And you know, hip hop foundation, two turntables and a microphone. You have the MC, then you got the mic, you got the tables and whatnot. I'm also into the graffiti part of it because it's elements to hip hop. I don't know if you know that. I'm old enough, been here long enough, studied it. There's elements to hip hop, the graffiti side of it, the breakdancing side of it, or the dancing side of it now, and so on and so forth, right? And then there's the battle rap side of it. It's the same thing for us with the clash side of it. And don't forget, the roots of hip hop came from, I know a lot of people get vexed when I say this. The roots of hip hop came from us. Somebody in them feelings. Don't argue with me. Go argue with the breeze outside. I said what I said. The roots of it came from us. So, with that said, he said Alkaline should clash Massacre. Honestly, that's a clash I really want to see. I think that because there was a time gone by where, you know, Alkaline was like Massacre not up on him level. Well, maybe it's more like his fans were like, he's not on his level. And it was true. You know, Alkaline Busway and he was soaring, and then Massacre was doing a slow rise. But over the past few years, it seems like Alkaline all but disappeared. For me, he'll drop music every now and then. Of course, he has a fan base that is loyal to him. But Massacre gained traction, and not only gained traction, surpassed. In my eyes, Massacre has surpassed Alkaline now. Or if you want, put them on the same level, and they'll be that. And somebody have to go fight for that throne there. So I would really love to see that clash. My thing is, if you say you're the baddest, you're supposed to prove it. I remember when Kartel was in his warring stage, you couldn't call his name as an entertainer because he would definitely answer you. He wasn't picking and choosing who him could have war with him. Did I look for somebody to war with? So he could prove that he was the best, right? You can't just be in the house saying I'm the best fighter alive, but you didn't fight anybody. You have to come out and fight somebody. Fight some of the top contenders and let us see that you are the best. So that's how I look at it. Anyways, that's what he said he would like to see. That is what I would also like to see. Then he said, no artist can draw him out right now to even consider a response in a clash. Because a lot of people are like, yo, now that him free, I know him should have clashed. He's like, nah, nobody, no artist out there could draw him out right now to the point where he would respond to a clash. He doesn't want no clash right now. I'm up on the next. Whole heap of other things are going on right now. He just did 13 years almost in prison. Come out. Not, and that's him depend right now. Not like he can't handle a clash because of the war angel him name, but not that right now for him. They asked him about Idonia. Would you clash Idonia? Or did you ever consider clashing him when he was shooting darts at you? Did you ever consider clashing Idonia? Kartel said no. No. Then he said, remember what day? I even put him in my top 5 lyricists. Listen, let me tell you something, right? Idonia is a different breed of artist. Like, if you go back and listen songs like Empty, is it Empty Gun or Empty Clip or something like that? Just even just any of his songs from the earlier days, come right back down to now. Serious lyricist. Not only that, Idonia's delivery is to be unmatched. There ain't too many dancehall artists in the genre that can deliver like Idonia does, lyrically and the way how he delivers the lyrics. You understand? I just theme thing, that theme style, that, and he's super bad at it. So over the years, people have always said, you know who would have give Cartel a run for him money, him don't want an award? Idonia. And to hear him say no, he would never clash him. I was like, you wouldn't clash him because him dangerous, or you wouldn't clash him because I don't know. I know Cartel could be somebody with fear other artists when it comes to lyric showdown, right? But he was like, nah, he went into a history though with Idonia. And he said when he left Alliance, Idonia left Alliance with him. So basically, Idonia left Alliance with him, defended him. The bond is different, kind of thing. And no, he wouldn't want no clash with him, no, because in a clash come, I guess, disrespect and all these other things. So no, he didn't want no clash with him or whatever. Prison changed him. Them asked him if prison changed him. He said, yes, it changed him. This is where the conversation start to get really serious, right? Or should I say, this is my cup of tea right here. Because, you know, you have the fun side, then you have the serious reasoning, and then you have the comedy, and you have all that the jokes are there, all that they're sipping straight vibes rum, everybody feeling nice. I think only Aria didn't see sipping some rum or nothing, but or mixed drinks or something. But anyhow, prison changed him, and it made him realize what is truly important. And what is truly important is not the hype, but family, his kids, these kind of things. Important people in his life, right? And sometimes you think that life deals you this hard hand, but trust me, there's a better hand out there for you. If you're hurting people, he said, this is a profound message. He said, you know, if you're out there hurting people, then you have to watch out or protect yourself. That goes hand in hand. You're out there doing things to people in the streets, protect your head back, because people are gonna want revenge. That's just how things go. Nowadays, you don't have to really do nothing to people. People just see you and want to do your things for whatever reason. But in most instances, definitely, if you are giving out that energy is coming back to you. See? So all these things are the things that he was talking about. You know, if you're out here hurting people, watch out and protect your life, because people are coming to hurt you back too. And instead of gunman, instead of your turn gunman, he was like, how about your turn a gallus? So he was like, he was the one of them who was pushing that back in the day to the man them, the youth them especially. Instead of you pick up a gun and shoot up the place, shoot your sperms in a gal. You know, like it goes deeper than that though. It's like go get a family, my youth. Go instead of take up gun and go run up and down a street, get a girl and breed and start a family and you know give something for focus on. A lot of good men, that's what saved them, actually, is the fact that they found a woman who they could, me not say if she good or bad. I'm saying is the fact that they actually found a woman who tie up some of them time and give them something else to focus on. Man get picnic, man start say, yo, you know what, I can't hang out with my brethren them run at the corner no more. Stand up there, play a domino whole day down shop, all this, me have to go look work. And before you know it, he's gainfully employed, he's heading somewhere, he's building something. Him start look on him youth them like I gotta set something for them. So him start diversifying the portfolio, I call it, you know, pick up a next hustle here, so get a career going there, so go back to school, get a higher education, something. So instead of picking up guns and shooting up streets and people, get a woman, shoot your sperms up in a sheet, breed, you know, multiply, do something more progressive and productive other than take up badness by your head. Because the badness thing, it don't work. And the way it ends is never good. Right? And I thought that was profound. So he says he again named out people who he lost while he was behind bars. And I'm paying close attention to the interview, and I realized that he teared up again. Now, just like the same person who said to me, SouFlo, there are still things that could be talked about that were not talked about in that interview, like his book and some other things. That was the same person who also said when he was tearing up in the interview, they could have went further in with it and pulled that out. I guess I don't know if him like make him cry more by say telling him to expound upon that or something like that or play into the emotion that you were seeing. But I noticed how Naro and Ari them like skirted around that. They saw it. They obviously saw it. I saw it. But they went like, like, okay, this is an uncomfortable moment. We don't really want to see him break down and cry all out. But you could tell that he was super emotional. His mother-in-law, he said, Madsu's mother, his grandmother, the people he lost, that meant a lot to him, that he was not even here to go to car. When you go to prison, nobody feel like, say, when your mother dead, or your granny dead, or your favorite auntie dead, or your sister or your brother dead, or even one of your picnic them dead. Don't feel like they're gonna have a special day for you where they're gonna have you dress up and they're gonna escort you to the funeral so you could attend. That no happen. You're there at prison. You just have to go know, say, you will never see that person again. That hurts. That's one of the deterrents for me. That super hurts. Don't feel like they're gonna give you time to grieve either. Oh, he's grieving. He just lost multiple family members, or his mom just passed, and that's a prison go. So with that, he talked about his grandmother passing, his mother-in-law, which is Shorty mother, Madsu's mother, mentioning the most profound losses while he was doing time. He said, at this point in the video is where I could see that he got teary-eyed and emotional at this point. Juliet, Madsu's mother, Miss Palmer, Lisa Hype grandmother, Miss Nola, Jim Chronic mother. Cry, me cry now, he said. I cry, me cry. And of course, they didn't dive into it, but he was able to. What was more profound to me, though, was how he spoke about not being able to grieve in prison. So not only are you not able to attend these funerals and these send-offs and say bye to these people who raised you or played significant roles in your life, you can't even grieve. Come on, we look on you like soft soap. Yeah? You not cry like girl. A real man, he said this. A real man will go through certain things and fuck up his life and then get the opportunity to fix it. If you're not willing to come back and tell the youths them, say, bro, behave on yourself. Brother, you're a dead dog. How I take that? You've been down that road. We have a lot of those people in our communities. They've been down that road. You know them people that were still getting in trouble, like them incarcerated, them get catch selling drugs, them kill people, them go prison for all kind of other different something. And when they come out, they glorify it in front of the youths them. So the youth them look upon them like, I want to be like him. That's the OG. He did 10 years in prison, stood 10 toes down. Them not tell the youth them about the loneliness. Them not tell the youth them about losing the closest people to you and not being able to attend a funeral or say a goodbye. They're not telling them about you won't be able to grieve properly in there because you have to go stay in a survival mode. They won't tell the youth them all the stuff they need to tell them for it to be a deterrent for them to feel like, yo, that's not where I want to be. And Kartel be a boy, a real man who go through certain things and frig up his own life. If you can come back and tell the youth them, say, that is not the way to go, I frig with that. You deserve badness, a fuckery, is what he said. Pardon my language. I'm going off the interview, just exactly what he said. We don't run the church over here anyway. We just don't like to curse a lot, right? But speaking from the interview, the exact words, the man said, badness, a fuckery. Now, this is significant and monumental. Because from a Vybz Kartel with champion badness, remember, you know, Kartel never tell none of it ever figure rape, figure murder unnecessarily, pick nobody pocket. Matter of fact, him used to burn a fire on petty thief and people who thief from poor people and, you know, terrorize your own people. We all come from not born with silver spoon in our mouth and all these things. You're terrorizing your own people, doing these things amongst your own people. He has never been a person that big that up. But at the same time, badness did dead and badness was promoted. So for him to now significantly say badness are fuckery. And if you're not willing to tell the youths them that badness is fuckery, you're dead. Way before Kartel said this, remember when I said this is what bothers me about a lot of our artists them? Because I know that you're an artist. And for me, I don't like art to be censored. So if you go sing about gun, sing about gun. If you come from area which part multiple people are killed throughout a year time span or whatever, and you come from ghetto life or hard living, put it in your lyrics, of course. It's art, right? And art tells life stories. Nobody fix up the lyrics because that's not what this one want to hear and that's what not that one want to hear. Then the art is then compromised. However, you don't have to act like this me I don't know. So a lot of them youth here, remember I said this, a lot of the youth them actually believe for them favorite artist is a real gunman in a real life and him actually really kill people and then go to studio, go sing about it and go on stage and then him travel the world and him get record deal and him have nice cars and lots of women. You know how dangerous that is? Now you have youths and them don't want to be nothing else but artists. Come here, emulate my favorite artists. When me see my favorite artist fly out and I fly around the world, in this week I'm in this country, next week I'm in that country, all these places I've only dreamt of going. I've never even flown yet. I never got on a plane yet. But me see him I do all them something there. Keep in mind, a bad man something him depend. Them man they kill people. So it can work out for me too. Mislead the youth them brother. And mislead them down a road where when they go down that road, them can't bring themselves back from it, and they're going to be stuck down that road, realizing that you was only selling them a story. You were only telling them stuff that you might used to do, or you know some people that do, but you don't live like that no more. There's no way you clear customs on a regular basis and Interpol now follow you around and no law enforcement agency not upon your tail and you just kill people in a real life like how you kill so much people in our song. Exactly, Audrey, right. Selling them the fairy tales and them dangerous fairy tales, by the way. So if I've said this before, if all of them could just come out and tell you them, say, listen, we do music. Yes, we come from a rough place. Yes, we know what badness is. Some of we did in it, some of we just witness it growing up, but you know how the things set already. This stage in our life, we're doing music. We're no longer into them something there, right? Let's take a call real quick for a break. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
SouFlo, good morning.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
Yeah, man, good. Happy day after Christmas to you and the family, you know?
Ah, in Jamaica, we call it Boxing Day. Happy
Boxing Day, yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Been there too long.
Time to go home.
Yeah. Me listen to you breaking down the thing about Vybz Kartel, right? And we all know say the DJs sing the gun song and the killy song, and that's just art.
Right.
But do they ever like go up on national stage and tell you the youth? And I real life, them and I follow what I say. This is just music or entertainment. Do they do that?
This is what I'm saying. This is what I've been saying. So
yeah,
the first that I hear me here, I said it over the years. And I said it even recently before it even come out. I said, imagine the kind of, because him have super influence. So imagine if all a person like him come out, come say, where him I said. You know how much youth right now start say, God is the greatest? Simply because Kartel I said, God is the greatest.
But I like to see like, on a big stage, you know, Bounty Killer, Beenie Man, Kartel, all of them artists, I say, yo, youth, This is art. We just do this feel with family, but none of them like the reality. This is not reality.
Because, yeah.
We're all opposite that.
I agree. A panel.
Manners.
Manners, my brother.
All right, respect.
All right. And don't get it twisted. Some of them do, but I don't think they do enough. Right? And I don't think it's a united, concerted effort that has made a powerful statement. Yeah, one might have said it over your song, one might have said it over this, but I see a lot of dancehall artists where when you see them, you know, them give you the perception like, me, I'm a gun palm me right now, you I'm gonna shot you right now, cause we kill people for real. You know, the anti-social kind of behavior there, right? I'm like, yeah, that's why the youth them actually believe say, that you actually do. Now, of course, again, he said badness of fuckery. And if you're not willing to come tell the youths them that you're for dead, the prison time fully drove that home to him, I can see. He gets it now, completely. Now, let the youths them know that time is precious. And you must enjoy that time you have with your people. It gets no simpler than that. And still yet no more profound than that. Time is precious. You don't get back time. You don't get back yesterday, you know? It's gone and it's gone forever. You won't get back today after it's gone, neither. It's going to be turned into yesterday. So make sure you know what you do with your time. And here's the most messed up thing about that. You don't know when you're like a time where you have a run out because the whole of way there pan time. Yeah. Some of we have how much till long time. Some of we have little bit of time. We don't know how much time we have. Time is precious. Spend those time enjoying life and spend the time with your people then. He spoke about not wanting his kids to go through that same thing, you know, and setting a better example. Not even his taxes, he said. I think Naro make the joke or Ari. So not even your taxes. Even the man no want not even them taxes to be out of place. You know, sometimes you know you're late by your taxes or you have a tax issue and something. Not even that. Yeah. This is how much we are on the straight and narrow now, and a bare goodness we are deal with. Law-abiding, tax-paying citizens, that type of stuff. Yeah, setting a better example. Didn't want to see his kids go through any other stuff, even with taxes. We don't want him name called upon. And he spoke about being in prison and seeing young youths. Here's another part that is super profound. May I tell us that this is how the interview get really good. The better half of the interview, the latter half of the interview, for me was also the better half of the interview, even though the whole lot good. He spoke about being in prison and seeing with his own eyes youths forward into the prison system. And they are the same age as his children. Remember, you know, you left your kids out here. You in there, can't free yourself. You have to do your time too. And then you see youths are coming in where are your kids, them age group, right? And then he said, including Mavado's son, dancehall artist Mavado David Brooks, including Mavado's son. Remember, some Mavado's son got a life sentence. I think when the whole incident went down, Mavado's son was probably 16 or something like that. And they waited until he was old enough to be considered an adult, I believe 18, where they tried him as an adult and sentenced him to a life sentence. Yeah, there's a whole lot of story behind that, but that we are talking about now. We're talking about Kartel being in prison and seeing these things, even seeing Mavado's son, because I wish part him did there first, Mavado's son gets sent to as well, right? And how, hold on. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
Morning, so how are you?
I'm good, brother. You doing all right?
Yeah, man, yeah.
All right.
I called to answer the guy question. So Kartel is always a transparent person, and he always be very much outspoken. So he normally always talk about the influence and say it's just an art.
Right.
Because even
he did that with him and Mavado did that when the whole Gaza Gully war did break out, right? Even from back then, when they said, me and Mavado, when we see each other in the street, we don't bust shot off at each other and fling nothing after each other. We is music and entertainment we're doing. I only should do the same, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so
and
he
and
did
even
that
on
from back
stage
then.
shows, because the gentlemen him they like to see that. But even Vybz Kartel last, few stage shows, even over by the Caribbean and so on. Him they tell the people them say him now do no good music right now because too much, crime and so on that go on. So he did even ban himself from doing gun songs for at least half of the year or so before him getting incarcerated. Yeah, man, he didn't even stop the gun song and them things there.
So he was making a conscious effort from even then.
Yeah. And if talk enough stage shows, him not do no gun song because the crime and stuff on,
Killing
I just hear happy music and love song and so on. So he always, outspoken, transparent, and always, always I do the right thing.
All right, my brother. To put that out there.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, to put that out there. But now it's even more profound. Here's the thing, right? When the youth them hear your gun song them more than them hear you say bad this a fucker and don't do it, them gravitate more to the gun song than them gravitate to that message there. So I'm trying to say balance it, right? And that go for all our entertainers them. Balance it so the youth them know say entertainment we are do. Cause a lot of people are confused. Cause one time them hear you say, boy, I mean I like how the killing thing are going in a Jamaica, John no star. This is terrible. Why the youth them put on the gun and go look a better way in a life? You said that Monday, and then Tuesday morning your song come out, rinse my gun in a boy face, bust out him head space, marrow fly gone pan wall. I'm confused too. I'm confused too. Yeah, you go like you're alarmed like everybody else, but then you get kill a motivation, like not saying you tell nobody if you go kill, but you kind of like write a soundtrack to what them a do, kind of thing. I love gun music too, and I told you all this over the years. I love gun music because when I'm on the road and I got like my long list of stuff to do, I beer them music them listen to. Because it just it give me like a kind of like a focus, like stay on point, stay on guard, get this done, be here, do this, do that. I'm a move with a kind of militancy when my business is at hand. But no gun song never make me pick up gun and go kill nobody yet, or even pre-like say that's the life I wanted to live kind of thing. Left that out a long time ago. I told y'all when I wanted to be a hitman. Y'all think I was joking. I'm dead serious. I wasn't joking. But I was young. Me I talk about where from me I like 16, 17 them years there. Me I grew up a pre say I'm definitely not gonna be living in poverty my whole life. And one to actually have control over my own life and make a lot of money at the same time, I could exist in the shadows. Me can be a head bosser, just kill people and collect and go and back go hide. And them something that actually really thought that. But due to people who I was around and positive influence and so on and so forth, set forth in front of me, I say, you know what? If me I gonna do that, it better off me go to the military. Because at least I'll be backed by the government when my killing start, that kind of thing. And I learned the proper way how to use these weapons and learn warfare and whatever was piquing my interest at the time. That would be the route to go. So I'm glad we choose a more positive route that actually stay out here. And one thing from back then, we did say to myself too, because when I was getting ready to go in the army, I remember a lot of dudes was like, yo, dread, you gonna cut off your dreads and everything. Yo, you going in the white man's army, bro. Yo, man, and them have nothing but negative to say, right? And in my mind, I said to myself, and them are the same man them. If me call me young, and them are the same hardened criminal enough of them. Some of them, if me drop in a jail cell with them today, by tomorrow, them man they try jump on me back like me a woman. Try give me a back as like, why pause for that like me a girl in a cell, right? So you know what? Instead of me ended up somewhere where me could have possibly be locked in a cell and living that kind of life, give me a gun and make me go, at least me can have a fighting chance. Then I no gun in a prison. So give me a gun, put me in uniform, give me a team even. I'm in a prison, you know, no team, you're by your own. You can't even trust who they by your team, kind of thing. So yeah, those were the reasons why I ended up making my decision as to where I was going after that, of course. Now back to this interview, yeah. Again, the badness is fuckery, he said, and if you're not willing to tell the youths them that you're dead, the prison time fully drove this home to him. Let the youths them know that time is precious and you must enjoy that time with the people them in your life, right? He spoke about not wanting his kids to go through that. He spoke about what he witnessed when he was in prison, seeing these young youths who are his children's age coming into prison, and including Mavado's son. And then he said something about how Jaheim, his son, which I believe is Little Addy, Jaheim, his son, and Mavado's son, Dante, they grew up together and they were like best friends, kind of thing. A lot of people don't know that. I don't know, some people think say Mavado and Kartel war upon lyrics, so them are enemy, and then them children must be enemies too. And you know, but it's farthest from the truth. That's not actually how things go. So this is a part again where he broke like he was about to cry. I saw emotions when he did a talk about all the people who passed away that meant a lot to him, that were significant in his life. And then this part as well, where he said, me and him dead there. Me and the man dead there at GP together, run it off, serving that time. So he was there. Him see my father's son there. Get emotional again about that. He had to pause like he was about to cry. You know, this is where I started calling the serious part of the interview. Because Noah said he did his time, he came out, and his children never made it in there because they know prison time. But you know, Mavado, another icon, things didn't go so good for his son. Him in there in the hellhole where Kartel just a come out come tell you say a hellhole in there. And no said that youth they went in there super young. Now, witnessing the young youths them, the ghetto youths them, he said caught up. A lot of them are just caught up. A lot of them are just misled. Witnessing them in jail, not prison yet, jail, because they have not even been tried yet. Them just in a confinement. Witnessing them losing their sanity in there before they are even sentenced. Because you know you have youth in there where they're waiting on their day to go to court, right? And there's a big backlog to it. And some people are waiting 2 years and change 3 years before their case even get called up. Can't get no bail. You're in there and watch them losing their minds. Like literally lose their mind, gone crazy. Just a walk up and down a pace about the place, mind gone. Have to be sent for psych eval at GP, he said. That's a sad part. Mad out is what we call it. They're mad out for remand. Some 400 to 500 youths. Mad out and just walking up and down the prison. Just a walk up and down the prison. So he said, that's a sad reality. And you know the part where him say, a lot of them, when you see them, cause you know, me I gotta say, when them out the road, you can't really tell enough of them nothing, you know. But you don't understand like the trajectory of their life, like where they're coming from. Some people just born in some shitty circumstances and it just got worse. You know what I mean? Mother probably never chose right who she want breed for. Father run road, dead or gone, or not there, or don't know say a film picnic. Mother struggle, she dead in some socio-economic hellhole. Youth born right into them conditions there. Next thing, you know, it's just one thing after the other, and then bad influence on top of that. And see, so again, big up to the youth them who come from these kinds of environments but find a way out. And their fighting spirit and their will to survive, and not just survive, but to thrive and to do only better. We talk about the bad all the time, so we have to big up the good along the way. But a lot of youths fall by the wayside too. Remember, you know, and everybody are strong enough. And it's not everybody have that fighting spirit to survive by any means necessary, up out of any condition to rise and to become. It is going to swallow a whole lot of people. It will swallow a whole lot of people. So it swallowed a whole lot of youths in Jamaica, and it's sad to see them in there losing their mind, completely gone, mental. And just a pace up and down the prison at such a young age. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, can you imagine how they're being also, because prison is a predatory place, you know. So you could imagine how they're being preyed upon in how many ways. These are the things that they need to come tell the youth them. Not beat up your chest and do no, yeah, me a done man, I'm 10 years, me run off in a that, you know. Yeah, man, I'm go back in there, you know. No, you won't. No, you won't. But I said in this part, I said, man, I hope while he was describing this, I hope Mavado's son is not one of them. I hope he's not one of them. They asked him, do you think that rehabilitation can be achieved in prison? Kartel said, of course. Rehabilitation is a real thing, and I am an example of that. And not just me, but many others who are in their communities doing works, but they're not famous like me, so people don't really see them. Yeah, but it works for some people. It works for who want it to work. Some will never change though. Them love the badness, and them love crime, and we accept that. Remember me telling you the other day, I said, me, I have a respect for bad man, gunman, something. Not that I promote it, but I understand it. I understand when certain people have made certain decisions, and then can you talk until you're blue in the face, you know? You know, sir, you can end up in a grave early, brother. You know, say, a prison this, you know, say, and then we tell you, say, Flo, hear me, I say, no, man, me hear what you say, no, bro. I mean, know you mean well and everything, but that's how we are chop it. This is how we are do. See? And I say, all right, bro. You know, me keep you on my prize and everything, but yeah, man, I'm a good man. And when the consequences come, I'm ready to angle them there too. Who are you to say anything else? So they live by those codes, and you leave them there. Same thing Kartel come say in an interview. He said some of them love the badness and they will never change, and we've accepted that, right? But rehabilitation does work. Some will never change. Them love the badness and them love crime, and we accept that. But whole heap of youths willing to change though. He would say 1/3 want to change, and then another 2/3 don't. But there is no opportunity, and they are not a Vybz Kartel, meaning they don't have the fame, they don't have the backing, they don't have the financial resources, so on and so forth. Rehab, he said that rehab programs are in the prisons in Jamaica. You go in there, gangster, and come out a welder. Them go in there, gangster, and then come out an electrician. The truth is, a lot of them don't want the program neither. So them in there, the programs are, because you know sometimes we cuss the prison because we're not in there, and we never heard from anybody who went in there in details what's in there. We just feel like they were housing the people them and there's no rehabilitation going on. But Vybz Kartel is telling us that they have these programs in there, in the prisons in Jamaica, like man go in gangster and come out an electrician. Him go in a gangster and come out, a welder, have a skilled trade when can live by. These kind of look how much houses in Jamaica have grills, grill up, a welding job that enough. If you are a welder in Jamaica, there is no way you can't make money, because every house almost in a Jamaica have grill pan it, and the ones are need grill pan it. So it's all a matter of earning that skill, learning it, getting certified, and then going out there and marketing yourself and go look the work. And if you want to do it, you can do it, right? He said the truth is that enough of them don't want the program in there. Rehabilitation works. The only thing is the government needs to invest more in it and more in the youths them. And then, of course, we will see more rehabilitation, right? again, he tears up. When he talks about not crying, not appearing weak in prison, and the environment where he said is a dog eat dog place, not just physical levels, but mental as well. It's a dog eat dog place. You're in there play a psychological game as well as physically. Man will overpower you, beat you up. That it's a lot of testosterone in them place there and nowhere to let it out. Remember I told y'all I was watching the prison documentary and I said, yep, that's a deterrent for me. Ain't never going in there because the brother said, I'm going to tell y'all young boy something. This was one for up here. He said, I'm going to tell y'all young boy something. You want to come in here? He said, you want to come in here? Let me tell you something. We don't do shit else in here. We in here fucking and fighting each other. That's what we doing here. Yeah, we in here fucking and fighting each other. You come in here, we're going to be fucking and fighting with you too. That's as short as Jesus wept. Shortest verse in the Bible. Don't need to tell me no more. Did you say fucking and fighting, sir? With man? All right, me now come in there. Good. All right, gonna stay there. So yeah, he talks about not being able to cry in there. He talks about the impact of not just physical levels, but mental as well. Can't appear weak in a no way. So even when you lose people outside, you can't break down and cry and say, boy, me I mourn. My mother dead last week, Nobody don't have time for that. Your mother dead last week, a long time that. My sister dead yesterday, That are yesterday. Nobody not care about that in here. Right? Prison is a rough place. He said if rehabilitation does not work, it's the system that failed, not the youths that failed. I know a lot of people jump on that and say, if rehabilitation don't work, it's the system that failed. Remember how I said government job is to govern? Yeah. So yes, we blame a lot of people for being wayward and out there and non-law abiding and all that, but then government job is to govern. Because if the people them could actually govern themselves in unison, no government would be needed. But that's why government needed. That's why law enforcement officials are needed, because government, and they're a part of government. Government job is to govern, because people naturally do not go by rules, laws, and restrictions. Nobody likes to be restricted. Nobody likes to be told what to do. You get a bicycle, them say you can only ride this 5 miles per hour. You go on it, you try to see if you can do 10. That's natural to do that. So they might have up signs that say, in this area, you only go 5 miles per hour. In this area, you can go 10 to 25 miles per hour is the speed limit in this area. Government job is to govern. So if rehabilitation don't work, it's not the youths them that fail. It's the system that fail. Similar to when a child fails. When a child fails, it's not really the child failing. It's the parents them. That is a parental failure that you're looking at. When a child fails, it's a parental failure you look upon. Right. He could not come out and bash the system, he said, because he was in there and he saw the programs. So he can't come out here, come talk about no program, not in there, nothing in there for the youth them. Yeah, them have them around there and nothing on going. He can't say that. He cannot say it because he saw it. You have the heart program, him say you have the straight program, him say you have the education program, whole heap of program in there. Whole heap of youths them they are prison and them get all PhD in there. PhD degree in a prison. He said you have some geniuses in there, man. Yeah. So the most important book you ever read now, and I thought all that was significant. You can't get a PhD out of road because your life is so tumultuous and you're so misled and misguided and going through all kind of something, your socioeconomic conditions you're battling with and all these other things, your head in turmoil, you can't screw it on straight, save your life, you end up in a prison and do how many years and come out with a PhD if you apply yourself. It happens. It happens. But it happens for those who want it to happen for them. Right? And like he said again, all the government needs to do though is to pump more money into those rehab programs in there. And we will see more rehabilitation coming out of our facilities. Right now, if you go do the numbers, a lot of our people them who leave prison in a Jamaica go back in a prison in a Jamaica. It's the revolving door system where that's why a lot of people says them now get rehab in there. Them does India run off time with them brethren and you know them India have fun and these kind of things. Well, maybe if more was pumped into the rehab programs in there, we would see more rehabilitation and less of that revolving door returning kind of thing. Now they asked him about the books, and the man said that them said, what's the most important book for you or that you've ever read? I'm saying do a whole heap of reading in a prison, and because people knew that he read a lot, they would send a lot of books to him, books that he donated to the library in there so others can read those books as well. He said his favorite book of them all is the 48 Laws of Power. The 48 Laws of Power. Now, that's a powerful book if you've ever read it. But he said he loves that book because he always operated that way anyways. Right? He always operated that way anyways. That's why I'm gravitated towards the book. Not that the book told him what to be. It resonated with him because that's how he operated anyways. Then he went on to speak about you can't go around the master and you can't go over the master and these kind of things like that. You stay humble and you stay your level and you learn from the master. You know, you give the master and praises and respect and thing. And then when your time comes, you can't go around the boss. So you give him respect on all these things. And then when you elevate, you will have another boss. It's not like you try to go over the boss so you can be the boss. Bosses can multiply. You know what I mean? Right. So the most important book for him is the 48 Laws of Power. And I was surprised because I was waiting to hear him self-promote and say his book. But his book was not mentioned at all. 48 Laws of Power, and he loves the book because he always operates that way anyways. Sidem sent him another book, and that book was called Pale Blue Dot. Pale Blue Dot. He even did a song, which he reviewed, which we reviewed that song. I don't remember one time the other day when I said, what song? And I started off the video saying, when you wind up your waistline, you're beautiful. On the EP Party With Me, that is now up for a Grammy nomination. The song on there is actually called Blue Dot, Rihanna Wine. Because it starts out by saying, Rihanna Wine, Rihanna Wine, Rihanna Wine, do the Rihanna Wine, Rihanna Wine. And then him said, when you wind up your waistline, you're beautiful. Hair did and nails did and finger too. Something about me need somebody else for me love journey, girl. Let's be girlfriend and boyfriend, we'll fall in love. Me no want lonely, floating like the Voyager. Me say, yo, the man ya must, it's obvious he reads a lot. Because you don't come up with lyrics like them there. Just so. Me no want lonely. Go back and watch me. Go look up SouFLoTV, Pale Blue Dot or Blue Dot Vybz Kartel. Me no want lonely, floating like the Voyager. 6 billion kilometers, taking photographs of Earth. Pale blue dot in the universe. That is fucking lonely. Pardon my language, but me have to say that. That is as lonely as it Ross get. Can you imagine being the man said, me no want lonely, floating like the Voyager, out there in a space, you know, 6 billion kilometers away, taking photographs of Earth. That's an orbit Earth. Just a pale blue dot in the universe. Why? If him just say me no want lonely, and him explain that kind of loneliness there. And to come to find out, it actually came from the damn book called Pale Blue Dot. So you see, Pale Blue Dot. Yeah. Me need somebody else for my love journey, girl. Let's be girlfriend and boyfriend. We'll fall in love. Me no want lonely. Boy, and off that album, the EP, Party With Me, that's one of my favorite songs. That's why I did the pen and paper review to it, right? When I notice something, when these things are talked about, you notice that them are things when me cover already do, right? All right. That's why I say more time. I don't really need nobody to give me no props. I just know that I'm on a certain wavelength. Pale Blue Dot. It's on the Party With Me EP, and it's up for a Grammy nomination right now. You can go look it up. The track is called Pale Blue Dot, Rihanna Wine. What was it specifically about Sidem now that stood out to you out of the various females that swarmed you while you were doing your time, is what they asked him next. And he said, whole heap of girl he meet that year there. The year was 2015, which is when he went on Instagram officially from prison. She found me and she made herself presentable. She put herself in my eyesight, he said. But him did not talk to a whole heap of woman at the time. Can you know, a cartel, him the shot a woman. So there were women there, but I guess the women them never stayed the test of time kind of thing, right? So at this point, he said, him detailed the years and stuff, and he said, she found me, she made herself presentable, put herself in my eyesight then. And at the time, him and Shorty was going through it. And then they went through it for years, and it came to a point where, you know, things did not go down to the ending now, where the relationship was there no more with him and Shorty. But for Sidem, the thing about her was every time he called upon her for anything, she came through for him every time. That's profound. That is significant. Me hear him say already, you know, him give her him heart and she protected it. If you're a big man for say me give her my heart and she protected it, that's dope. I called on her and she came through for me every single time when I called upon her. So I say, yeah. And the thing is, she also spent her own money and came to see him. And that meant a lot to him at the time. So she could have came earlier, but them visit that would have lasted 15 minutes. Never want her waste her money to do a 15-minute visit. So told her to wait until there's a thing that comes around once a year there, which that is called the Family Day Week. And the Family Day Week lasts multiple days. So boom, he timed that and told her to come then. So she visited on the Family Day Week and she was able to visit with him for a few days in a row the first time. Right back up to 2021 now, this is when he told her, you know, because they've been talking now for quite some years now. And the relationship with Shorty gone out the window and he was like, come to Jamaica, come live. And I'll put you in a house and, you know, all that. And he said, Sidem, again, Sidem, her thing was, I don't want to be taken care of by a man. You know, what about my job? What about my career? What about my family? What about my own independence type of thing? Me don't want to be taken care of by a man. And he said, damn, she wouldn't ask him for $1. Everything she was doing off for her own, right? It was this point that he told her, he was like to himself, he was like, you know, me they are prisoner, but me rich. You know, me a prison. Because, you know, a woman meet a man behind, you know, she's probably like, well, he's been in prison for a while. The money probably dry up on all that. He's probably not rich anymore. He's probably this, that, and whatever. He was like, I could afford it. I could afford it. Trust me, you won't have to worry about nothing. What career? I don't want you working for nobody else. You could, you know, and put that in our song. Where I'm saying I want her to work for other people and all these other kind of things. Yeah, boss her up that way. So she hesitated. He talked about the race issue and how she did have to hide her passport over somebody else's house in case her mother did realize that she had to leave and take the passport. Remember, she a big woman, you know, but she comes from a traditional kind of Turkish family where their traditions and norms are set a bit different from Western people traditions and norms, right? They were super concerned, of course, about her move and all that. He said Sidem was the type to put a $10,000 credit on his phone instead of asking him for money, and him rate her for that. She hesitated because she was concerned about her parents, her job, and she didn't want a man to mind her. This is where he talked about her cultural upbringing, about racial stuff, and cause you know her parents are probably saying, "Oh, you are leave for a black man," or the N word maybe. Me don't know that kind of stuff. In short, planning at this time, he said things were winding down, you know, and him full of confidence now. Him say, yeah, I'm gonna fight for him freedom now. Cause him actually talk about all these things. Him said, but he's been fighting all along for his freedom, but he had it now. Say, I'm definitely coming out. I'm definitely coming out. So I'm saying, come to Jamaica. I'll put you up in a house and everything. I'm definitely coming out. And started making plans from behind bars, right? With Sidem outside prison August 5th, 15th of August 2022. And True Religion album dropped September of 2022. So August 15, 2022, and then True Religion album. If you haven't listened to Vybz Kartel's True Religion album, you need to listen to the album. Then that's another classic piece of material that got dropped while he was there. And to Tanisha, his life is documented, you know. His life is, so if you're a true fan, you're gonna go listen to them anyways. His life is documented. To Tanisha, you can tell, say, boy, I go through some things. See? And the heartache and the breakup, the rough. The man said, shot to lick him head for 6. He gone way over one part over so. But to Tanisha, that album right there, to me, man, that's a friggin' classic album. And I said it again, that's the album that I thought could transcend or cross boundaries, cultural boundaries, and end up, you know, a global thing. And then, of course, this other album as well, the True Religion album. You're my true religion. Am I forgiven when we lay down? All right. And then they move, he said they move him to GP, and the visitation was better because now he could see her 2 times per week. So where they were at before, he was only able to see her once a week. She moved to Jamaica now. He was only able to see her once a week. But something did happen. And him get, them say, oh, you're big and bright, boy, yeah, drop album from behind bars. Move him. Like him have too much outside access. Move him Ross. So then move him go one different facility. So he was like, him and Sidem is like, damn. Look how we mess up this thing where we have going, you know, where we could at least see each other once a week. And he said again, this is when we know say God real, you know. Another instance, because me there thinks that this is a bad thing, because me I get moved to a next facility now, and you know, more than likely won't have no visits. And when you end up over there, them have more visitation days than the place I was coming from before, even though it's a punishment move them I make, right? So it worked out in our favor anyways. And this is the part where he says, no man can tell me say God is not real. This is where them did have them Tuesday and Friday visits, and then she would bring her his food on Wednesdays. So it worked in their favor more. Then of course the interview got lighter at the end now. Them I talk about Sidem, if Sidem can cook and those kind of things. Him make a little joke and say she can't cook cause she right? But them laugh and stuff. But then he said, oh, she learned how to cook. His sister taught her how to cook. So nobody feel like say she still can't cook. She couldn't cook then. But she can definitely cook now because his sister taught her how to cook. One of his sisters is a doctor, has earned her PhD, and he shouted her out. And he said she is the one that taught Sidem how to cook. But Sidem knows how to cook his favorite. His favorite is lamb chops. And another thing about this is also You know, them ask him how you know, cause you ever in a space where you start make money, you start get famous, and how do you know when a woman is for you versus if she's just there for the things you can afford and your status of who you are, right? Who you're known for. And he said, boy, we go through that right through. We go through that. So that kind of explained, right? Talking to multiple women over the years when he had access to the outside, I guess he was weeding them out because he could easily see that, okay, this a person that just there because I mean I'm cartel. This a person that just there because, you know, me can them gather so me can afford this and that. They're probably even asking for things and see them come now ask for nothing. He said one of the things that got him was see them manifested this from our high school days. And the friends of hers and family members and people who knew her from way back then actually under the comments are saying, yo, you're in Jamaica. Like, you really did it. And you're with him. You actually made it happen. Holy shit. Like, yo, you manifested that. She talked about it all the time. And she's like, I don't know what it is about him. Like, I'm drawn to his spirit. Like, this is where I'm supposed to be. That's who I'm supposed to be with. You know, people used to brush her off back then, you know, like, yeah, crazy girl. Yeah, she's infatuated. Our favorite artist. She listening to his music all the damn time. She really thinks that that's gonna be our person. That's like me manifesting Keisha Cole or manifesting Mary J. Blige or manifesting somebody I may have talked about it for years. And everybody I laugh after me. SouFLo, please. You know? And then end up, you see me one day and I am Mary J. Blige's man. Or I am, you know, whoever else man. It's that, it was that for him. And that confirmed it for him. Because the people them confirmed it were in her life. From school days till big people age now. Remember, you know? Nobody get it twisted because someone might leave misconstrued thinking, oh, so she just come out of high school. No, she's a big woman. She in her 30s. I think she'll push up to mid-30s now or something like that. So she's not a child, but she manifested this from way back. And again, she came in wanting nothing, asking for nothing kind of thing. So those are the things. The original question was, what was it about Sidem that, you know, weeded her out from all the rest? And these are the things that did it. Did Shorty actually fling after you with a knife? Me didn't want to know about this too. But me didn't always think that it was real, right? Because it too real in the song. You know the song that where him say, love them, tender touch them, different girl every day. That song there. Love them, tender touch them. We have girl everywhere, but you are me baby, yeah. Shorty catch me last night with a fat brown girl a standpipe. She fling off on me with a knife. Me I got up and say that's alright. You know you are the love of my life. Nobody worry cause you are my wife. Me have to have a new girl every night. She hear about Kim and I ask me why. Me never mean to. Have you believe me? I know that. So that song there. Them ask him, did she actually really flick off of you with a knife? This part of the show get comedic to rotted. Cause the man lift up his shirt and show the scar. Show the scar for real. He said she actually flick off of you with a knife. She stabbed me, you mean? Right? And what I gathered from this part right here, him say, him tell a story about how it happened, and them that they argue and him draw back so and this and Shorty did have, you know, if she broke a bottle already or she did have ice pick or something in her hand and she stab him, but to how him there, you know, you're in at the moment and your blood are boil and your heart, you know, feel so you get this stab or nothing. And when Sean Storm, him say, Silver ball out and say, yo, boss, you know, to say you get stabbed. And him look down and say it, him say, Jesus Christ, me I got dead. Boy, can me him throw the car key, them get silver and dive into the car. Can me go hospital? Can me go hospital? Because he thought it was super serious, right? And doctor stitch it up and fix him up on these kind of things. But he said, even in that song, him never said nothing bad about Shorty because him end it with, she fling off on me with a knife. Me hug her up and said, that's all right. You know you are the love of my life. But I never saw you go. She fling her him with the knife and, you know, him chucking her car and drive go to hospital, go get stitches and these things. Listening to the part where he talked about him and Shorty relationship, him said, boy, them used to fight. Them used to fight. I gathered it was super toxic, you know, mash up everything. The man said when we used to mash up everything. When me and Shorty fight the next day, we have to go at the Benz dealer. We have to go back at the furniture store because we mash up everything. And him say he would get mad and take all a big stone and fling it in at the Benz, the mash up the glass and everything. And she would have just grab a tree buckle and fling that back in and mash up something over there. So morning after every fight, back to the Benz dealer, go fix up the car them. Back to, you know, I mean, I said to myself, boy, that's rich toxicity. Because, you know, we not reach them level there yet. So even if we have a little Benz, we not think about fling if we are argue, fling, buckle in it, mash you up. And, you know, we little Benz where we are cherish because we work hard and finally can buy ourselves something nice. So they mash that up on God tomorrow morning. It told them and then they make up and then it happen again and these kind of things. So I'm thinking to myself, I was like, wow, that was super toxic. Though yeah, the part where I'm saying jump in a car and tell Siva if you car, hurry up, car, go to hospital. It all ended with laughter though. They asked him if me and Shorty are good. Now the other day, when he was out at some event recently, they were seen together. Shorty was there, and you know, internet goes wild. Me know say him can't stay away from Shorty, you know. The man Shorty probably still a ride and probably still a sex and all kind of something. You know, I don't remember him ever saying bad things about Shorty, and I don't remember him ever saying she am my enemy and we're not gonna be friends or nothing. Yeah. So seeing her there, Shorty actually went on social media and put up a message where she said something about some people who can't stand for CR and something they must remember says she is the, I forgot exactly what she said. She is the this and the that and the that. In other words, she is the everything and the all. You understand? You can't get her out of nothing. She has his children, and she was with him foundationally for forever, kind of thing. He talked about how proud he was, though, of how good a mother she is to his children and how she raised them. Can you see how him picking them turn out, right? Right. But them asked him what the relationship is like, if they okay. Him say, me and Shorty good. Me and all my baby moms are good. And he named off all his baby mother and each one, the children that came with that one in particular. Him and all his baby moms are good. Him and Shorty is good. Him and Sidem are definitely good. And him and Sidem are trying to have a baby. Them a try breed. Him say, well, him a try breed she, because man can't breed. So I shouldn't say them a try breed. That's an American thing. We're pregnant. In the US, it said we're pregnant. We're pregnant. Who pregnant? Me and wifey. But you're not pregnant, boss. Your wife pregnant. Yeah? So you got your wife pregnant. But that's figure of speech. We're pregnant. Anyhow, he's definitely trying to have Sidem have a baby. And remember, wedding is just around the corner because he made it abundantly clear now that it will not go past February of 2025. That is when it should be, right? And if I'm not mistaken, 2025, February, no, birthday month that as well. And he said he wants her people to be there as well as his people, and it'd be one of them proper type of wedding there. In the meantime, the breeding part, him say him not know how him thing not connect yet. Him not know how, in other words, then him a put in the work, but him not know how it no it no materialize into a baby yet. Don't know which song. I don't know which song The Fix got a shout out in, but I heard them talking about that. Because Naro said, boy, one time you did shout me out, that is when. So I don't know if it's a song. But for me, I know which part me get a shout out at. I did satisfy with that. Matter of fact, I was more than satisfied. I didn't expect it. I was elated, and I still am. And it's a song that's called Polo Anthem. If you go listen, just type in Vybz Kartel Polo Anthem in YouTube, and as soon as it start play, y'all gonna hear it, right? And with that, I say this again. This was a festive, classic interview, And bar none, hands down, the best interview from any artist, not just from Vybz Kartel. This was Vybz Kartel best interview for the year, but this was also the best interview done, period, for the year. You have to go watch it. You have to go watch it. Right, Charlotte Law? Seben TV says the man said he don't know how he doesn't connect yet. LOL. He don't know how he think not connect yet. Boy, I don't know. I not give no advice because I don't know if him doing them thing there already. You know, you might have to go sarsaparilla. You might have to go some, I don't know, do a washout and forward again. You know. Let me see what else. Soursop. Some soursop in your back. Some carrot, some raw carrot juice, and these kind of things. You might have to take some extra vitamins as well. But these are things that we actually did. I actually did when it was that time. I took some folic acid, cut down by eating foolishness a lot, minimize, stop the smoking and drinking and these things because you want to have healthy babies. And then, you know, by the time you're going loaded at that point, and you fire off, bye, and it connect. Yeah, wash out, Jeff. You have to do a wash out. Cause your system dirty sometimes. You know, you're doing this one bag of drinking and smoking consistently. I don't even think Kartel smoke no more. Anyways, as far as I recall, he said that he doesn't. He smoked with him, youth them as a celebration when he got home. But smoking consistently is not his thing anymore. You know, but yeah, and that with the man, and you have to wash it out. You have to clean out your system and start exercise to sweat. So release toxins through your pores and out of all the other orifices, them, and get them out of your system and then rebuild proper. And then make sure your clip load up and you're ready. Maca root, Andrew Skinner, yes, maca root. I swear by maca. Not Maca Diamond. I big up Maca Diamond with our do the song from my boy, but I'm not Maca Diamond. I swear by maca root. Yeah, me love maca root. It does the job for me. So maca all them something there, and you know, increase your sperm count and your sperm's mobility. Cause some man are fire, but the sperm them dead. Not saying his is me don't talk about Kartel now. Me not talking about him anymore. We moved on to another topic. I'm just saying some men are firing, but the thing is dead, as in the sperms aren't swimming. And a lot of the times too, when couples are trying, what I notice happen, they always blame the women and say, she can't breathe. See? She can't breathe, you know. I don't know what happened to her, she can't breathe. Sometimes are you, bro. So sometimes your swimmers aren't swimming. Yeah, them chuck off out in the pool, so and them just sit down there. Some of them have bobblehead and them just sink. Them they're not up and mobile already. My swimmers them put on track shoes and everything, them ready. And some on your mark get set. Yeah, so I say, friend, you say go buy. Me have about 1 million of them heading for that direction, and it's gonna be number one, and number one is on the go. And here comes number 3, and the red one is up front now, and now it's gonna be blue. Blue number 2 is on the way, and some I swimmers them swim, and then boom, connect. Or maybe she has a good goalie. She have a good goalie. Lulu Ridges, you never know. One thing we know also too is women get pregnant when they're ready to get pregnant. As long as God gave her the ability to get pregnant, women get pregnant when they're ready to get pregnant. Me see a brother watching a show where the guy take up this woman. Him not have no kids, you know. Take up this woman, she have 3 kids. Anyway, the long, short part of the story is they found out at the end that she was still sleeping with her baby daddy, who's the father of her 3 kids that she have before this guy. But the new guy was she there with, I know the boy said I'm still not left her. Mr. Look for Mr. Yamarut. This is Mr. Yamarut in a 3-piece suit with water boot. Look at him. The man say he's not leaving this because I take my marriage vows serious and we're just gonna have to find some way to work this out. I'm super upset at you. I'm super upset at you. I said, look at him. You look like a little schoolgirl. She'll never respect you, boy. We're gonna have to find some way to work this out. I'm super upset at you, but no, I'm not leaving. Even the host of the show was like, man, listen, leave. I don't normally say this, but leave. Okay? If find out says she's still asleep with her baby daddy for her other picnic them. And the man did it. Eating healthy, working out, taking all his vitamins, push up, sit, everything in my do the sprinkler, everything. Can't breathe her. It was on the show that she said, the reason why I'm not getting pregnant is because I'm on birth control. I said, what a wicked Ross, buddy. The brother looked like him, do want to cry. Chris H, UK, tuned in. Swimmers don't wear track shoes. Oh, big up yourself. My swimmers do. My swimmers do. My swimmer them have propeller. You're right. Them have propellers. So yeah, she said, I got something to tell you too. It's not after a man find out baby daddy's still hitting it. I have something to tell you too. You know how we've been trying to get pregnant and everything? He said, yeah. See me? Yeah. Like, am I gonna hear, so we're pregnant. She said, the reason why we're not getting pregnant is because I've been on birth control. Y'all must have seen this. It's a corny dude that said, so you mean to tell me you put the mushu on lock? You got a chastity belt on the mushu? You call it man pum pum a mushu. It's so freaking corny. I say, yo, that brother look like probably every woman him ever dealt with cheat on him and make him know so then cheat on him and he still stayed. I was like, bro, just pick your damn pride up off the ground. Do it for us. Please. Just creep you up off our ground, please, and just walk away. Even the host of the show is saying the same thing the man said. The host said, so what are you gonna do now about what you just found out? Are you gonna leave? He was like, nah, I love her. And I take my wedding vows seriously. I'm mad at you right now, but we're gonna have to find a way to work this out. But say if I did my son, you see, I go up there, go thump him. He need a big buff in him back. He need a kick in him back. But we're gonna have to find some way to work this out. Did baby daddy still in the picture, brother? Where y'all go work out? See, I saw, and it's the same show. I think y'all be seeing the show. Sorry, but the same show. May I watch it this morning, seeing? And another one came on there this morning, but this guy had the strength to leave. I watch once I pull it up, and I'm gonna say, oh, I know this show, I've been watching it. It's a show where the brother sit down on him chair and him say, okay, it's time to open the phones. It's time to open the phones. And he's like, well, Christine, we opened Devon's phone. The question was Devon texting with any other females? Is Devon entertaining anybody else? Them go through everything, you know. Them restore all the way up, erase from the phone and all that. Them have them phone experts, right? They restore everything. So even if once you ever did it on your phone, if you ever got rid of it, they could bring it back. So them determined he was telling the truth. Did he ever send any naked pictures to any other woman? Determined he was telling the truth, blah, blah, blah. I think a Karamo, may I pull it up right now because I have one here from this morning. Determined he was telling the truth. Or did I save it? Okay, let's go to your phone now. Them go unlock Christine's phone. And they're like, Christine, the question was, were you speaking to anybody else besides your husband? You said no. My phone experts determined that's a lie. We found 197 text messages between 5 different guys. The one from this morning, it was 5 different guys for the one from this morning. 5 different guys, not one, 5. I said, Jesus Christ. And then here she know, the one this morning, she said, you don't even have to open the phone. I told him about it. Yeah, I slept with that man. The man said, he'll come home from work. And again, him not have no kids. And she have picnic. And this a woman him take up. I come home from work, he said, and there's a guy in the bed. And it's not her son. It's her man. So I asked her. She was like, oh, that was my friend, my good friend, my buddy. He was just resting. Yeah, he was resting after he split her back like crab, right? Like a lobster. He was resting all right. So she finally admits that she and him in the ride, too tired to get up, and just left it, make him walk in, come see it from work. He stayed. After that, he stayed, right? This time, him thinking, okay, that happened a long time ago. We got through it. Today, they found 5. 5. Them a send her dick pics. She a send pum pum pictures. Hear what she tell the man, say. She say, I him cause it. I him make sure I do that. Because he doesn't listen to her. Because you don't listen to me when I talk to you. You know, at the end of the day, they called her the classified narcissist, a classic narcissist in her behavior. And they were telling him to leave. They never have to tell him to leave. The man left. You know what? I can't find it. But what I can find is this one. And this is a good segue. Most of y'all might not know this, but Devin Haney, the boxer, right? Devin Haney, the boxer. Devin Haney, you say war? Yeah. But some of these men be staying though. I don't know what kind of low self-esteem you must have to walk into your house. But let me tell you where he went wrong. She said, oh, for those of you who watch that show, is the one where the woman called him 49 times in 47 minutes. And throughout his day while he's working, he has to be on the phone with her all day. And he delivers packages for a living. So I don't know him work with UPS or one of them places. So even while him go through him route and deliver packages, them him have to depend on the phone with her. And hang up for 2 minutes, she call right back. And he has to be on the phone with her all day. But she have 5 man. And him no have nobody. His phone checked out completely. There's nobody he ever texted with, nobody he didn't text and hide, nothing. He hasn't erased any text, no nothing. Fear, one bag of erased text, one bag of private disk, she left on dating site that she keep in a trash folder, that she all kind of something. And 5 man them finding a PR phone. When the dude got up to leave, right? She said, okay, bye. Okay, bye. Tomorrow. It's tomorrow. Listen, when the dude got up to leave, she said, okay, bye. Like he was nothing and nobody. So good segue now into this one right here. Watching the boxer, Devin Haney's wife. Young Thug is a famous rapper, okay? Young Thug was incarcerated for some time. While Young Thug was incarcerated, Devin Haney out here doing his thing as a boxer. Who was to know that Devin Haney's wife was visiting Young Thug in prison or in jail when he was locked up? And imagine this is your wife, and you hear this.
Yeah. Can you please start calling me again? I miss you. Please call me. I love you. Just call me later, please. I don't like anyone. No one's like you. I want you. I love you. Can you please start calling me again? I miss you. Please call me. I love you. Just call me later, please. I don't like anyone.
Listen, this was released by Law and Crime Network, right? Now, That's the law. It's public. You can get this stuff if you request it, right? Certain people can, certain entities, whatever. I guess they got it and they released it. About there's another one where he's talking about all the women that he was talking to. He was telling his friend that, man, I talked to about 10 of these hoes a day or 10 girls a day just to pass time, you know what I'm saying? But he got his woman. He has his specific woman, Mariah the Scientist, and he at the same time, this is Devin Haney's wife. She tried to play it off talking about this was way before I met my husband. How could it be way before you met your husband? Cause middle of the timeline, you know. It ain't way before you met your husband. Thug was locked up for 2 years. He just came out a few weeks ago. This was definitely within the time when you met your husband, because this is way past your marriage even, because this was in 2023 of him being behind bars. Now, what I want the man them to notice is this. Watch his mannerism. Women notice too. Watch his mannerism towards her while she's pouring her heart out.
I miss you. Please call me. I love you. Just call me later, please. I don't like anyone. No one's like you. I want you. I love you. Can you please start calling me again? And I miss you. Please call me. I love you. Just call me later, please. I don't like anyone.
This is a jailhouse calling her. She's up on the phone with him. You notice his mannerism towards her? She is very expressive. I don't like anyone. There's no one like you. You have your husband at your yard. He's not like him. There's no one like you. Please call me. Can you please start calling me again? I love you. See, man. Message of the day. Lesson of the day is you have a woman in your house, you see? And you love her and you show her all the love in the world, and you wake up and you compliment her and you do all the right things them as husband and man, and she still won't respect you and she still won't love you. But there's a brother out there who will treat her like a hot load of dog doodle, and that is the person she will run up under and cry for and beg and be a yam head and yam root for. And that's just the way that things are. Yeah? BM says, I don't trust anyone. Me neither, BM. I don't trust a raw soul. Neither. That's just how it be. And you know what's funny too is, okay, if I look at Devin, I would say she probably with him because of what he can provide for her and his status. World champion boxer. He got a bag, as they call it. You know, he make money. He got a lot of money now. He's famous. And a woman will stay there. Knowing she see in my brother's keeper stuff, I speak about this to the brothers. I say a woman will stay there and she will literally plan her life and her retirement and her next step off of you. I'm gonna just jam right here. So for now, yeah, I might give my baby or two. But in the meantime, I'm gonna make sure say him pay for everything while me save mines. And I'm planning my next step because I'm definitely not staying with him for any long term past this. You know, they'll do that to you. How could you be over here being like this to a man? Okay, so you've done a cheat already. We get it. People do. But to be like this, please call me. I love you. There's no one like you. I don't want anyone. That's diabolical. I don't want anyone. You told your husband you wanted him. You married him. You could have stayed single and did all that. You could have stayed, and they did a they did a reply to it, right? And Young Thug's answer didn't make it any better. The CM Ninja right, yes, sir. his answer did not make it any better. This man basically said, I'm capital P, and she my twin, and she pushing P more than most dudes. I could get that little shit anytime I want to, but I don't want it because I got who I want already. A man, talk about your wife like that. I could get that little shit anytime I want to, but I don't want it because I already got who I want. Wow. She is embarrassing. If I was her husband, she would have to leave today. The other guy that I was telling you about on the show, where them find the 5 man in the woman phone this morning, it was his big mistake was he moved into her house. That was his big mistake. He moved in a fair yard, so he live a fair house. So although him a walk himself to death and a pay bills and whatever, him live in a fair house. So when she treat him like that now, you know, it's like, oh, bye. Okay, so yeah, you caught me. Bye. You leaving? Bye. Cause a fair house. So his twin. Somebody says twin flame. I think more like his twin, as in they're doing the same thing. Because he said, I'm capital P. P is for pimping. He said he is capital P. And she pushing P more than most dudes, which means she pimping hard more than most dudes. What other dude could he be referring to but her husband? Now, if she pushing P on her husband, that means she pimping her husband. You understand? I'll break down the lingo for you. So she pimping her husband. If she pimping her husband, it goes to say exactly what I said it is. She only there because of a lifestyle that he can afford her. But at the same time, she don't love him, and that's not where she want to be. And then he goes to say, I could get that little shit anytime I want to, but I don't want it. I got who I want. You can't stay married to that, bro. You can't stay married to that. I don't give a damn how serious wedding vows are. I think God will forgive you right there because you are duped and you caught this. God working. God is working. God makes sure this was exposed on a level where no further discussion was needed. You know what I'm saying? This is one of them times where you don't need to talk about nothing else. There's nothing more to speak about. You just pack your stuff and go, kind of thing. She for the streets, Nans. Yeah, well, if them out there for the streets, but masquerading as wifey. You gotta like, I'll be feeling sorry for these brothers, man. I'll be feeling sorry for these brothers. The thing about that is, though, it can happen to anybody, you know what I'm saying? It can happen to anybody. So you never know. That's why you gotta like, make a business about that, though. I tell brothers all the time, don't waste your energy worrying about what she doing. I seen one sister do a video last night. What she said, she wanted revenge so much from her husband. She caught him texting with another woman and sending pictures and stuff. So she went and had a side dude. But she was like, check it out. I didn't just get a side dude. I didn't just let him beat me down, crack my back like a lobster kind of thing. She said, I got pregnant for him. I got pregnant. Watch this. She said, I got pregnant for him on purpose. Then I had an abortion. And then I told my husband that we lost our baby. And then I was sick in the house for like 2 weeks. And I laid in bed and I let him clean up my vomit. I let him take care of me the whole time because I got sick after the abortion. Miss said, you know, watching them things there, it just kind of heightens your awareness kind of thing that demons are among you, because some people don't have no limit to what they'll go. She went and got pregnant on purpose for the side man, and then told her husband, babe, we having a baby, I'm pregnant. And he got happy. And then she abort the damn baby. Tell him that she lose the baby and had him take care of her for the whole time. Now, I don't know what kind of sense you have to feel like, say, you won something with that, because it's your body actually that went through the stress of breeding and then dash with the baby and actual go through with an abortion. How did that hurt him? Yeah, it hurt him when you watch him cry that, oh my God, we lost a baby. But you took most of that hurt. And it don't register to you, say you took most of the hurt. Yeah, Onika St. John says she's a dummy, a clown. Move. Whole heap of dummy and clown out here. Yeah, but that things happen like that, man. Things happen like that. Shout out to Devin Haney, boy. Get you a good divorce lawyer and get ghost. That's all I gotta say. That's my 1-2 for you. Okay, let's move on to a reminder real quick. A lot of people are gonna be traveling now, right? And I want you to know a couple of things about you traveling. If you're going into Jamaica, and if you're going into the Donald Sangsters Airport, which is in Montego Bay, Jamaica, there has been some updates to the airport, which is to your advantage. You can use them. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Before you do that, though, if you're going through Sangsters or Norman Manley International, whichever airport you end up in the island going through, there's a form that is called the C5 form. Don't be like me and make the mistake. A couple of months ago when I went to Jamaica, my C5 form, I forgot to fill it out online because it's a new change that we did welcome and we celebrated it. You know, one time we used to dip on the airplane and then pass around, the hostess them come around and pass out them something here, and they're like, you have to fill this out before you land. And you're like, oh, man, I have no pen. How me I go fill this out before we land? You know, them change that. So you can fill out that same C5 form, declaring all the things where you have and I go carry and where you are going, all that, before you even get on the plane. Please remember to do this. It will make your trip much smoother. We forgot to do it going into Jamaica the last time, and it took up an extra, I would say, an extra 30, 40 minutes because nobody never pay with no mind. The customer service at the airport was terrible. The woman said, go over there, sir. And I'm like, over there, so weird. There's a lot of over there souls. Send me, what, like, go in this line, go to desk 5, what? And then we reach up front and they're like, well, you have to go back around there, so I'm going to fill it out. So we got that kind of treatment, right? Make sure you fill out your C5s online before you take off. All right. Sangsters International Airport got 2 new E-gates. The Sangsters International Airport in Montego Bay, St. James has enhanced its immigration and customs processing with the installation of 2 new E-gates, among other digital solutions, in time for this busy holiday season. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, toured the airport on Saturday, December 21st, to observe the operation of the E-gates. Hold on the caller. To observe the operation of the E-gates, specifically designed for Jamaican travelers. Chang told the journalists that the E-gates will allow the travelers to complete their C5 immigration forms online to move swiftly through the arrival process. Well, so now you don't have to sit down there and do it, because when we went a couple months ago, it was still pen and paper. If you didn't do it online before, you had to do the form, sit down and write it out. Well, now the E-gates, you can do it on a machine as you get to the airport. I still would advise you to do it before you even travel. That way it's done already. and it's not, because you know, I'm going to end up in our next line, everybody will wait on the 2 e-gate them that they just put in, and you're at the back of a line of 150 people, right? So, of course, the wise thing to do is to fill out your C5 forms prior. The airport has also established 100 checking points for incoming passengers, incorporating agents, kiosks, and e-gates. Chang said that this digital transformation is a part of the government's broader initiative to modernize Jamaica's administrative system. He recommended the team at the Passport, Immigration, and Citizenship Agency he commended them for their efforts in ensuring the smooth operation of the system despite the challenges that are posed by the busy season. Everybody got their yard. For his part, Acting Chief Executive Officer Garth Williams said similar systems have been implemented at the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston as well, including 4 e-gates and 20 new kiosks. Meanwhile, Jamaican Marine Charleston, who was returning from the United States, praised this new efficiency. She pointed out that while she misses the human interaction of the traditional processing, the automated system significantly reduces the wait time during these peak periods when the airport packed like out a marketplace. So the kiosks and the e-gates are a good change. Look out for those. You can choose to use those if you want to spend like extra time at the airport. I don't know, meet some people, chat, make some joke, them kind of thing that you're not in a hurry to go about your business. But for those of you who are in a hurry to go about your business, make sure you fill out your C5 forms online already. Just a reminder, so you don't have to do it when you get to the airport. You can do the form even a week before traveling, BM says. BM, thank you for that information. BM says you can do that form even a week before traveling. That way you don't have to worry about it. Empress Stephanie says, I filled it out in the airport. I had to scan a barcode into the airport. Scan a barcode in at the airport. I guess them stop you slate and chalk, Audrey. At time, man, we are step up in our life, man. Modern times now. We're on to better things. Yes? Yeah. All the little changes are coming. Yeah, I remember so Jamaica is young, you know. And we have to play a catch up. Right? So we're getting there. We're getting there. Everything is not changing overnight and going from bad to perfect, but we're making small steps in the right direction. The glass is still half full, right? JC says, yes, much easier if you do the C5 before you travel. I just came back to the UK from Montego Bay. Lulu Ridges also says that's true. All right. Now, let's talk about the TikTok profit. A lot of you are on TikTok. I'm not. Because I'm still not giving me 1,000 followers yet, so I can start go live. You know, I think I could do pretty good over there. However, I'm not on TikTok like that. I just post randomly every now and then. But there's a TikTok prophet who I've seen a lot of people making videos coming up on Instagram a lot. Some of you see videos pass and I listen to them and I hear one person I say, you see that girl there? You see that girl there we are talking about she a prophet, the TikTok prophet? That girl there, and they're classing her in the most ways and saying, Nans, you're following me on TikTok? I appreciate you. Thank you. I don't even know what my name on TikTok. Why not take a minute to plug myself? Why should I plug myself there? But why not take a minute to tell people what my name is there? See if I can get 2 new followers this morning. Because it looks like it's going to be a slow journey to this 1,000 boy. Look, I have 99 plus messages in the inbox because I don't go here. Oh, I'm SouFLoTV on TikTok. At SouFLoTV. That's me on TikTok. All right. Not hard to find, is it? Oh, I'm up to 603 followers. All right. So we're almost there. We're going to get me to my 1,000 so we can have a TikTok moment because everybody have them TikTok moment. Anyhow, boy, And IG as well. I appreciate you. I'm more active on IG than I am over TikTok though. Facebook, me did it too, but I use Facebook just for promotional, cross promotion, these kind of things. Like my kids say, Grandma is on Facebook. Yo, my son said, Grandma is on Facebook. When me tell them, say, you can't do nothing online without me finding out. I don't give a damn what platform you go to. You go to Instagram, Twitter. He was like, Dad, name all the platforms. You know? See me out Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. See them out. He said Facebook, bro. Grandma is on Facebook. I was like, what? What I laugh about? What's so funny? What? He said, nothing, you on Facebook. Grandma's on Facebook. So I say, old people that on Facebook or what? Yo, he was like, Dad, you can't keep up. I hate to tell you, man, but you can't keep up. The one them name off 05 up when me never hear up before. I said, what? What now? Where's that at? He was like, oh my God. See, you don't even know. Oh boy. I just follow you on TikTok, but I barely go on, says Onika St. John. Y'all get me to my 1,000 on TikTok so we could get into some things over there. Anyway, the TikTok prophet, unfazed by critics, says that the Lord is using her to do his work. Shout out to Jamaica Star, shout out to Jamaica Gleaner, shout out to Jamaica Observer. I take stories from them more time, and I use them as a point for my discussion, etc., etc. I don't want to take their story and I give them no credit. All right. TikTok prophet, unfazed by critics, says the Lord is using her to do his work. Shout out to the Jamaica Star. Now, social media isn't always for the faint of heart, as viral criticism and bullying can be cruel, says Bishop Trishana Changes. She is 22 years old. Connolly knows this all too well. If you look at the icon for our video this morning, you know, the female that you see in the center is the TikTok prophet. A lot of people have an issue with how she looks to be calling herself a prophet. The self-proclaimed apostle who heads the World Change Fivefold Ministries says that it takes divine intervention not to give into the negativity that is thrown at her while doing the work of the Almighty. All right, stick up in. Remember me saying, if I'm a Church of God or Church of Christ, me cut. Because I've always found that, and prophet, as you call yourself, Trishana, I'm not discrediting you. I mean, I don't know if you're anointed and appointed. I'm not discrediting you. I'm just saying, me normally cut from this up. You're like a sharp razor. Gone, because anytime they name them too long for the institution, always run up in some problem. So I'm good with Church of God, Church of Christ. That's all. I don't want to hear Church of the Latter-day Saints of the Seventh Day to the Third Power under the green tree and mile of the Most High Jesus, first, second, and third. Prophetess of God. Me lost. Anyway, again, she is the self-proclaimed apostle who heads the World Change Fivefold Ministries. She says that it takes divine intervention not to give into the negativity that is thrown at her while doing the work of the Almighty. It takes a great level of obedience because I am human. So I try my best to intentionally lean on the word of God. I don't want to ruin the reputation of God or my salvation. Some of these people are lost and they are praying for it, but it does not mean that they are evil. Now, while there are some who are evil, she said, now for approximately 3 years, Connolly, who currently has more than 153,000 followers on TikTok, has been vocal about her premonitions and her prophecies as it relates to social media influencers and the common man. While some may take heed, others have called her a clout chaser and a false prophet. She, however, remains unbothered. If she is 22 at this time, and this has been going on for 3 years, so she's been doing this since she was about 19, 20. Either way, I'm still not judging because the good book says out of the mouth of babes. So I'm not putting an age on what you should be and could be. Walk with me. I don't know a lot about some of these TikTokers because some of them are derogatory and they are living a life that I am abstaining from. I cannot say that I see them no matter how they are trending because God will ruin me. I can only talk about what I see in the prophecy. Some of them delve in the realm of the spirit and believe in God ring and horoscope and tarot cards and all. We seers, we don't choose who or what we see. Just as how you don't choose what you dream, I prophesy about persons who are not popular, but people don't focus on that. And the reason why she's saying that is because one of the main gripes about her is, me see a lady make a video and she said, my girl, come down now, man, because here you are. It's like you don't get prophecy for nobody else except for famous people on TikTok. You know, you don't get for nobody else. I just people on TikTok alone. So she is responding by saying she gets prophecies for other people as well, but y'all are not focused on that. Only when she talk about the people them on TikTok who are famous, people gravitate towards that. All right. She does not sport the appearance of the traditional pastor, and persons have accused her of altering her face, which she denies. I don't know if she does some augmentations to her face and heavy makeup and all these kind of things. She's saying that's not the case. I saw one lady who said, you tell me say you lay down and you go sleep and you get a dream to give somebody and prophecy. And instead of you go another person the inbox or try to reach out to them personally, which God tell you say to get up, beat your face, make sure your hair nice, go up on TikTok and go talk out everything when you forget to this person. That don't make no sense to me. That's what some other woman said, which has a point to me as well. She does not sport the appearance of the traditional pastor, and persons have accused her of altering her face, which she denies. Now, there were times when the head was wrapped, and they used to mock me and say how me look so. I have never altered my body except for when I was a sinner and I used to bleach. I use makeup and wigs. My lips are natural and is a family trait. So she said she used makeup and wigs. Because when she did a wrap her head and put her little pencil in her side, yeah, so, and I go like a pucker, when I used to make beer fun of her, ask her how she looks so. Following a string of violent activities, including the death of two prominent TikTokers in recent times, there have been calls to halt that app use in Jamaica. Take down TikTok, stop using. Which we had our discussion here before where I said, because people ask me, SouFLoTV, go live, when you go live, talk about this. You think TikTok should be banned in Jamaica? And I thought it was a good topic to talk about. I did it at the request of my subscribers, and I said no. I wouldn't support a ban of TikTok in Jamaica because it's feeding a lot of people, and it's an unconventional, non-traditional route for many to achieve something or able to feed themselves and one less mouth on the bread. One less person that come turn up in front of you and talk about do something for me now, beg your thing now, make something go on for me now, my G, right? So if they're able to do all that there, then good for them. I wouldn't want to see it banned. I just don't want to see us using it to destroy ourselves. TikTok isn't getting out of hand, she said. The devil is. And people lack knowledge. They, the users, they are playing devil games. And they are using words. And are saying that they are going to kill each other. Now, knowing that words and life is in the tongue, they are speaking death over each other, even though it is a life. All the Lord is using me to do is to use me to wake them up. And that's all it is, she said. Now, I don't know if she collects money over there. I know there's another woman who calls herself a prophet or something, and she said she don't collect money. And she no run no games on TikTok because of the money she come for. She just use the platform to preach and prophesy on these things. I don't know if this young lady took up offering collection over at TikTok. I haven't watched her in the TikTok space to see. Let me tell you something. Me catch a video of hers this morning. That's why me do want to talk about her. And the one video I ever watch, and me probably gonna go back and watch more. When I see how the patois come in, then me probably gonna go back and watch more. Cause I want to see what else she got going. Boy, she make a prophesying speech about dancing rebel. I see it. And I don't know if you see it. I don't know if any of you have seen it. She made a prophesying. She had delivered a prophecy about dancing rebel. And me watching it, I'm afraid, you know. Me say me afraid no rotted. Like, remember say at church me grew up in, I see. And I've talked about this before, about the how it scares you when, for me, the hallelujah, you're gonna burn in the pits of hell, demon, evil. You see, when they start do they sitting there, me no know. It does make like goosebump full up my body and hair turn up and even me I do it scare me. Rotted. So when we see her deliver the prophecy this morning, or her prophecy as she calls it this morning, about dancing rebel, Mr. Boy, if rebel see this, rebel must afraid to rotted. Cause I know me share talk about and it make me afraid to rotted. It's, let me see. I didn't save that one either. You know, say I spook, me get spook and I save it. Yeah, because there were a couple of things I should have saved this morning. That show I'm telling you about with the brother, where them find the 5 women in the phone, I was disgusted, so I never save it. She with her preaching this morning, afraid me catch me afraid. I said, me not even want to put it on my phone to save it. Because I don't want to play through that airwave here. Because I'm afraid. She said, she said, one of the gripes them from the people is that she always a prophesy death over people. And nobody no hear her prophesy life and abundance over nobody. Never prophecy for you. It's gonna get greater. And it's gonna get greater than greater for you. And big things are in the making for you. And you're gonna live a long and a prosperous life, may I tell you right now. But you have to center and line up yourself with God. We not hear none of them there. We don't go hear about who are go dead. Her head a go roll. And she said, dancing rebel head a go roll off her body. And you know, and a bag of screaming and a bag of oh, Jesus, talk to me. And I said, John no star, I'm afraid you're frig. Whether she fake or she real, I'm afraid. Me not even want to discuss her no more too, I'm afraid. I just want to ask my audience if y'all have came across her, if you're not seeing her work, and what do you think about it? This should make me afraid, man. She make me afraid. God knows. I saw, yeah, I trust me, people. Let me show you my phone. When I save a lot, all these are saved videos that we are supposed to discuss here. Like, me can scroll on for days. See it there? All them here. I saved the video topics that we're supposed to discuss. I can scroll for days. We literally have hundreds of saved that we never got to, you know. And if you see me pass that one day, I swear to me save it and it don't show up on the phone, a divine intervention. I wasn't supposed to talk too much about it. I'm gonna left it right there. I'm gonna left it right there. So before me hear prophecy about myself, because I'm afraid. All me I said though is, you see, God is not to be mocked or played with. And I don't know if I did telling you this before, but I did think about the one pastor one time. And me said, just like how me want to be one gunman, me want to be one pastor to come here. I think about how to get to the riches, right? And me know a lot of pastors were in the riches and them never, them not too holy and sanctified and them something there. But me I wonder, like how come them not get the strike down yet? But let that be for the most high if you do. So me did that go down that route there. You know, me say me didn't want to turn one pastor and me I go prophesy. Me even used to practice me preaching and everything. Just like how me practice me scamming voice. Yeah. And we used to say like, good afternoon, this is Mr. James. I'm calling from the Publishers Clearinghouse. May I speak to Mr. Alan Thompson, please? Ah, this is he. Hey, Mr. Alan Thompson, this is Mr. James Bourgeois calling from the Publishers Clearinghouse. I have some very good news for you. Yes, sir. You might want to sit down for this one. I'm calling to inform you that you have won 2.5 million US dollars. Absolutely. I am so excited for you because that's not all. You have also won a 2025 Mercedes-Benz ML350. Yes, sir. Me practice my scamming voice. Me practice my preaching voice. Hallelujah! Jesus! But me not me afraid. Me afraid. Because me just feel like say if me get established, me no want up there preach and next thing you know, heart attack on the pulpit or stroke catch me up there. Or you know, everything when me get those mash up, it's sudden destruction. Like my granny said, when you think of peace and safety, so Miss Ruby there, a sudden destruction. And me today, I think of peace and safety. I'll be practicing speaking in my tongues to and everything. But something in me said, don't do it, boy. Because if you do it, you're going to pay dearly for it. So I just want to impart those words of thought onto Tik Tok Prophet. Tik Tok Prophet. If you feel inside of your soul, yourself, that this is your route and this is what you were chosen to do, then don't make my words stop you, because I'm not God. And me not understand for your journey, just like you not understanding mine. Everybody get them thing laid out and must have them relationship with the Most High. However, when me in my spirit get to tell you, say, it's how I feel, it a bubble up, it the right so. It come up, it the right so. It say, if I know what you're supposed to say I do, in truthness and in all honesty, you're going to suffer bad for this. So stop. You must know. Me I go left you right there, so. Come in all lie. Me see you this morning and you scare me. And I'm not easily scared, and you scared the dog mess out of me, and the dog mess not in me. Me don't even know where it come from. Me did just catch me afraid. Yeah. Lulu Rigid says, I would say that you would want to kneel down for this one. Woo! A prison time that for scamming LOL says, Razzie daughter, big up yourself and thank you for being a part of this family. I saw when you came in this morning, you slipped by me, but I'm recognizing you now. Raddy's daughter, not Razzie. Raddy's daughter. Big up yourself. Welcome to the family. Yes, a prison time, and you know how me feel about the prison something. I don't want to go there. You know, your cartel same say you them in there walk up and down just mad out. Yeah, them think that I'm fragile. God created me big and strong, but me fragile. I don't want to be in certain instances, certain situations. Audrey Wright says, let me hurry up and apologize to God and stop before him get vexed and slap me down. I no joke thing. Me not laugh on a part there. Because me no want to get none of your slap down. Because me yes, when time God slap you down, you know, I want different kind of slap down, you know. Yeah, you did look for hand, come tap your pan jaw, and you bend up out the road or bend up in your house and can't straighten out yourself. Me not make that, me not laugh for that one day, Audrey. You can't go and do that one day by yourself. Me afraid. Me afraid for real. God know. Boy, where we are gonna go with this? Cause me all left Tik Tok Prophet you know. We talk about the C5. Make sure you fill out your C5s and the changes at the 2 airports, which should be a good look for us. Jamaica is young. We're still moving ahead. We're making progress. These kind of things are that we see. We did the Vybz Kartel interview. I think we're down to our last topic for the morning. This morning. And this topic for this morning is, well, on there. I'm not going like no, I'm not afraid. I'm not catch you afraid. You're not catch you afraid. Listen, the way how you grow, you see, for some reason, can never leave you. And the way how me grow, can't left me. I tell you, I can stand up on my front veranda and fling one stone and lick a church. The church there right there so. So you see all one time me did start take up my own level of badness and start talk about me not me still not forget. So yes, some certain things spook me still. Yeah man, them used to scare me till me I'll reach up an altar man. When pastor say you're gonna burn in eternal damnation. I have a message for you this morning, and you look by yourself. I say, no, look by nobody else but me. Let me hurry up and go up there before me dead. So I used to make me very afraid. I'm still very afraid. I'm still very afraid. God know. Yeah, the first one, the way altar call, me up there. Matter of fact, me up there every altar call. My granny used to buff in our back and tell if you go on up there anyway too. What? Go on up there. You know, I like a silent buff. Go on up there. I'm sure me never want to get the big buff when me reach home after. Me make sure me go on up there. Plus, you know, you go up there. She used to treat you even better when you reach home after church. You might get an extra chicken leg, an extra scoop of rice and peas. You know, instead of get half a fish today, then give you the whole fish today for your plate. You know, she feel like you're on the right track in life, them kind of something there. So she start treat you like it kind of thing. Me used to see the perks. So me end up I go up there anyway. Would I just get the look from me granny? Yes, Audrey, granny used to give me a look too. But when pastor ball out, son, right, and then you know the woman them in the church with the big hat when them start rackle the buckle and start going with them one bag of sing thing where you can't understand. Shalaba shanda, ui hakaba hantalaka. I'm not mocking. I'm giving an example of. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'll just give an example. When them start going, them thing them make me afraid. See? So I couldn't take on myself because I did too little. So I did just innate. So you can call it whatever you want to call it. You can call it conditioning, you can call it brainwashing, you can call it you know, anything you want to call it. But just know say me still afraid. As a big man, me still afraid. Yeah, no laugh thing. Me I laugh but I no joke thing. Yeah. Yeah, when the wig catch by the side, so my granny did have one of them with the low cut wig. Cup and salsa wig. Catch by the side. She rocks on the wig, flies on, rock the back so like that's something up on my head and the catch off so. And she set it back straight so. And you dare not laugh, you know. Laugh with your body in there. Hey, me have a man in my church named Mas Victor. Mas Victor sitting up in front of the church. Big up to Mas Victor, one of the elders them that was raising us. His whole family, everybody where I come from, them know who Mas Victor is. Mas Victor used to sit down at the front of the church and have one whip. The whip come from the hibiscus shoe block. The same whip when them saying go tell if they pick when a time to get beaten. Me don't know where Mas Victor get them long whip here, but film long whip from the hibiscus, they longer than me. Them about 6 feet tall. Them look like some professional fishing pole. And I saw they up in the ear and bend over like so. And he sit down with it right there so, like a shepherd and his staff. And him rock. And Mas Victor will tell you, so wake up. Can't sleep in church. Remember, I know this. I see a man where I tell you, wake up. Can't sleep in church. No sleeping in the house of the Lord. You didn't come here to sleep. You come here to listen to the Mas Victor will go from this, you see. Out I sleep and just clap on the way over, we back with the long way. Oh, he must sleep, you know. And with that, they are speaking, of course, we look at each other and I say, look at Mas Victor. Now him just tell you, say you can't sleep. And he must sleep, you know. So you see, when we start sleep, Mas Victor go straight out time sleep. Wake up and just clap you across your back. See, you're straighten up in a church. Them time there, anybody can beat you. And your granny alone could have beat you. The rest of them in the neighborhood, in the community, where I grow you to, them can beat you too. So you go in the church, go sleep. Mas Victor reach you all around a fourth row. Like sitting when you have long, you know, you whip when you have long, like so. So I'm reach you way around so. Come out and sleep and just reach up and touch you. Hallelujah. And you get one cross your back and you straighten up. Yeah, you hear every word now and you can't cry. You have to stay there. Hey, may I tell you, boy, what pimento tree used to there right next to the church window where they used to get the switch from says Audrey Wright. What pimento tree? Jesus Christ. A shoe block, I think a shoe block Mas Victor they have. A shoe block in they have. Shout out to everybody who come from which part me come from. Mama Reet, Mas Victor, them people there. Yeah, them foundational people there. King Biggs says, I remember when Miss June shake her wig one time and it drop off. And we get big beaten because we bust out a big laugh. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You bust out a big laugh or wig drop off. You better look the next way and act like you did a prayer. Church, church sleep. No man, church sleep never sweet. Because you did a fight feet and you know says I'm used to practice like turn a little bit this way so them can sit this side and me keep this eye open. But you sit on this side, I tell myself that I make my right side go to sleep. But my left side, what them can't see, the left side is awake. So see me here, I'm gonna try and make that side they go sleep, you know. But it never work, cause eventually the two side them drop asleep to rotted and just give me away. And next thing I feel one of Mas Victor whip cross my back or something like that. Or somebody buff me and I talk about wake up, turn up, turn up. And then the day I turn up I still fall asleep. Jesus Christ, the sermon is long today. You know, Pastor, about 4 hours I'm going now, you know, you want to go on my yard, man. You know, your mind, but you can't say nothing. You have to just stand there. And when them draw out the service, not true. Long service. I say, my God. We used to have a brother, big up brother Laurel. Brother Laurel just passed away not too long ago. Boy, brother Laurel did stammer. Anytime they say a brother Laurel turn for prayer, doesn't no say whole away a picnic at the church that we look at each other because we know where this go. Yeah, because brother Laurel stammer bad. And when him a go pray now, it's gonna be a while. Because every word have yes, come with a brother Laurel man, bomber clat. Have to. Good fire. Have. Say, see, you only put pit where fly out time out. Just say two, pity out, two. Have to thank the Lord. So how him say thank so fast and him stuck on the last two rascal or them. Have to thank brother Laurel, blood clot man. And you did that, yo, we used to bex, you know, man. See, I swear to God, if we can't buckle up my childhood and get to every Jamaican pick me, man. In that church, start y'all are cuss bad than your birthday, man. Can I say blood clot, man? Brother Laurel, and they have I hear it coming. God, please make the next one come out. Thank. I'm going back over it. Have to thank the blood fuck man. The whole day you're in there. And so we are. Don't make them catch you with your eye open on praying time coming up. Your Rossi them better be shot. One time you screw brother Laurel. I pray for one. Just say thank God and shut up and done no man. Amen. In prayer long. In prayer them extended. Him come with the full clip, 100 round drum clipper. every word is a fight. And he used to start off in prayer them with take the church in charge, oh Lord my God. Brother Laurel. Big up Brother Laurel. May his soul rest in peace. Take the church in charge, oh Lord my God. And when indeed I try to say. And when he must start. So when he start off with he used to say take church in charge. You don't say any frustrated with himself too. Take it church in charge lad my humble man. You know, so we're there all day though. Yeah, and you know a Sunday, and you know you look at rice and peas, I cook a traditional thing for with that, right? My grandmother used to either have rice and peas with fricassee chicken or roast beef, something like that. You know, special dinner for Sunday. I tell everybody we grew up way up in a Clarendon Hills there. So we eat mostly where we grew up. So me grew up on yam and dasheen and breadfruit and cocoa and banana, green and ripe and them kind of something there. We never really eat rice. Rice was special. Sunday we eat rice. So when time rice they cook. Even when time we tell people about, oh no, my rice and peas, my curry has to go with white rice. No, we curry go with the same dumpling and green banana and you know piece of dasheen and cocoa and them sitting there. We never name no rice. White rice and peas, nothing. Special day for that. That's all you in a church I think about. And of course, we have soursop tree. And grandma juice soursop. Hey, we live good life, you know, I never know it, you know. So soursop I get juice from scratch, you know, because soursop I come off a soursop tree, you know. And when she done put soursop juice together and put my grandfather carrot juice together separately. And then, you know, the rice and peas, and you can smell it from over the yard. Just a waft away, yeah. I come out in a church. The little church have a front door open. And I can smell the food that my yard I cook. And I say, Brother Laurel, humble man, you take too long, man. I'm hungry and I can smell the food around there. But you can't say nothing. You have to bear it. You have to grin. You have to keep your eye them closed. As long as Brother Laurel pray. Yeah, pray. You have to keep your yai them shut while I'm pray. To God in a service. Yeah. Hallelujah. Praise God. When him done praise a big celebration. We show them. I don't let everybody. You know, like some big graduation where you take off the cap and fling it. Yeah, it's something like we happy you're free. I make some carrot juice and soursop juice yesterday, you know. Oh God, Andrew right here, I live good man. Naya TV one said true. I want to LOL ladies. I want to do. LOL ladies. Where have you been? Okay, then I communicate. That's all. Reggae girl Naya TV. No dumpling girl you miss out on the childhood cornmeal dumplings. Jesus peace. Cornmeal dumpling and chicken back. Oi. Hi. Hello. Talk to me nice, no? When you're done, we cut the plate. So, cornmeal dumpling and chicken back. I like my chicken back with a whole heap of gravy. I used to get brown stew chicken back, curry chicken back. One nice, so. Yeah, I like cornmeal dumpling. Not like flour dumpling, I like cornmeal dumpling. Give me my chicken back, curry or brown stew, but give me my chicken back with dumpling, cornmeal dumpling, and a nice piece of yellow yam. Yeah, a nice piece of dry yellow yam. Yo, me fight you for that, you know. I will fight for that. Yeah. They probably take another 1 hour for done. And them the kind of church that we got, my friend. So when me tell you say things still in me, instilled in me in certain ways where even when me try it can't filter away. And not joke me, I have to bring you down that lane so you understand my upbringing. See it? Me a chicken back before I like that. But when somebody put chicken foot in my food, oh God, I thought they was trying to do the obi. The obi sitting. Yeah. Chicken foot in my soup, man. And you can have chicken foot curry too. And you can have chicken foot. We have chicken foot, brown stew, curry, soup. Me have chicken foot right through. And I love chicken foot. Because you know it have the little gluey something to it. That kind of like gummy, gluey chicken foot. Me love chicken foot. When we make chicken foot soup, Malani and Kai, they are the only 2 of my children that I remember 6 picnic me having. Well, now Tafari doesn't have anything to pretty much. He not eat pork. That's funny. His name is Rastafari Omari, and he don't eat pork. But anyhow, only the 2 little one them we eat the chicken foot. But when we do chicken foot soup, we literally, me think me put about 40, 50 chicken foot in our pot. And mostly foot in there. Because Malani and Kai will literally nyam about 20 foot a piece. So yeah, chicken foot nice one. What you talk about? You have to get past the part that it is the chicken's hands or feet or whatever and just dive into it. Yeah, your mother need to pick where Miss Ruby left off. My mother need to pick up where Miss Ruby left off. No, sir. My mother, nobody can pick up where Miss Ruby left off. Miss Ruby are just Miss Ruby here, and that is just that. That is just that. After Gilbert, we had a freezer full of chicken foot because we had to shop curry chicken foot it was. I stopped eating meat almost 10 years now, says Empress Stephanie. That's a good thing for you, Empress Stephanie, whatever works for you. You know, I saw a brother, I don't think that works for everybody, you know. I saw a brother that said he went vegan and got severely ill. And he was a vegan for about 10 years too. And every ailment that he had was attached to him going strictly vegan. And you know you saw it, and he started, because them couldn't figure out what it was that was wrong with him. So he started undoing and doing, going back in reverse. So okay, if I don't eat this, I'm gonna start nyam this. So, and he started going back in reverse, and he just started getting better and better and better until today. He is completely healed, 100% feeling good, looking better. He said if you saw him as a vegan, his face did sink in. He said he was sleeping on himself all the time and emaciated and these things. So them things that work. So I just personally think whatever works for your genetic makeup. I don't think we come here to earth as one size fits all at all. I think whatever works for your genetic makeup is what you should go with. Me personally, I was told by an elder, if you stick to the food them that they used to feed you when you were small, when you were a child coming up, especially if you come from like rural Jamaica and rural Caribbean, these places, try stick to those foods throughout your life. You can't eat other things, you know. But as somebody I give me advice, me not tell you say me a doctor and this is what I'm prescribing for you. Me I tell you say if you stick to them, it's something about your DNA matching on your body already. Something, but your people already go through and already filtered out of a filter out, and I don't remember how them explain it, but you're less likely to become ill from anything if you stick to that. But if you're going to other people's stuff now and you start eat stuff that you never eaten before, and then you take on illnesses and so on and so forth. I don't know how true all that is. I basically try to stick to the way I was raised and the things I was fed growing up. Right. Empress Stephanie said I was diabetic, had high blood pressure and cholesterol. So once I turned vegan, I don't have any problems. It works for you. And that's why I say no man can tell you what it is and what is not. I just feel like we're not all the same though. You're supposed to eat your blood type in Rho negative. So I have to learn better for my blood type. I've learned. See, something along those lines is what the elder did tell me. I don't eat chicken foot, Karen. Karen noticed that, ew. My other kids say that's the chicken hands. They don't cut off the chicken hands. No, I don't want any. Woo. I hear people talking about Dr. Sebi. Well, there were people before Dr. Sebi, you know, and Dr. Sebi dead and gone. And Dr. Sebi is a man, and Dr. Sebi wasn't going to live forever. I'm not discrediting what Dr. Sebi did. I'm just saying there were other herbalists and there were other griots before Dr. Sebi existed. You know what I mean? So, and there are a lot of people who outlived Dr. Sebi and these kind of things. So, I mean, pick and choose what works for you. Pick and choose what works for you. Nans LOL, I lost 100 pounds when I turned vegan. Understandable. No thanks, I'll stay hungry. My 2 sons turned vegan now for 2 years. Yeah, if it works for you, it works for you, man. I'm just going to tell you to go for what works for you. Nobody make nobody else tell you nothing. Me not tell nobody nothing. You see, one time me go Jamaica, me not eat pork, like that, But you see, when me reach yard, something about the pork. My uncle said, rest in peace, Uncle Cliffy, because he passed away not too long ago either. But last time I see Uncle Cliffy was doing some slaughtering for the holiday season. And we had a talk about the animals and stuff. And I tell him, say, me not eat KFC or foreign and them something there, And me definitely not eat pork and them thing there when me up there. And Uncle Cliffy say, yeah, man, because the pork and the meat them up there, them taste different. One bag of something them have in them and raise them certain way and these things. And he said, you see how we raise, we hug them? They hug them seasoned throughout their whole life. So by the time we slaughter them now and pass them up and put them all on the fire, say, we not even need seasoning for them because them season their whole life. I kid you not. When I was growing up, and my grandfather, every day when we peel yam, dasheen, breadfruit, cocoa, banana, that's what our hogs ate. Them eat bag food too, yes, because that wouldn't be enough. We weren't consuming enough, how greedy. And we had some big ones. But they always did get that. So nothing was wasted. Even the peelings off of the food, the potato them, the yam and everything, it went to the hog pen and they had them eat them there. And then the meat tastes different. No lie, I'll go to Jamaica and find some good jerk pork. And some people are like, you eat pork? Oh my God, because I didn't eat it for years. I didn't eat it for years. Me used to tell myself, say, as soon as I'm old enough to not eat pork and to say no to Miss Ruby them, I stop eating. You know why? My grandfather, when them slaughter hog, them used to do corn pork. And them have a bucket, big white bucket. And then up in the big white bucket, put the pork in there. And then salt the pork and seal the bucket. That never go on no fridge, That go under the cellar. And it stay there. One day, me go under the cellar. I was an inquisitive child. And I try bust up one of the bucket them. And me do some work and thing. I think me find a screwdriver, push it and heavy up in there, open it. Me frighten me afraid. When me looking at the bucket, which part the pork there, a beer worm me see in that bucket. So I say, how them give me this to eat? Beer worm in there now. And then I tell myself, say, I'm asking myself also, I said, how the hell did the worms get in the bucket? The bucket now had no hole. And the bucket sealed airtight. And a beer worm in that bucket. You see, when the mom make like soup or cook piece of the pork there, put it in a whatever. Then open the bucket, take out a piece, drop it in some scalding hot water. When them drop it in a scalding hot water, you just see all that worm them float out it and float up on the top of the water, them scrape them off, dash them away. Boil off the piece of pork and then take it out, slice it up, fry it over, add it to whatever them add it to. Could I in your callaloo, could I in your this or your that or whatever. Real thing. So when I saw that as a child, I told myself, I said, no, sir. Plus, me have uncle where a Rasta, and my uncle them used to be like, no, me not name them something there. Yeah, pork I only meat that way, turning a worm by itself and all them things. So, because I saw it in the bucket at a young age, me said no, but me couldn't tell Miss Ruby and Mas Cleve about, I don't want that for dinner. No, boy, you grow up, but when the on the table is where you're going to yam, and you don't have a choice. This is what dinner is today. And you eat it and you enjoy it, and that is it. So me eat my dinner and I never complain. But in the back of my mind, I said, as soon as I'm old enough to where I have authority to say no, I'm going to say no. And I think I said no around 14 years old. I'm done. I eat no pork. So I'm not eat no pork from me about 14, them age there. And then me start rust up my head and all kind of sinting little later as well. And then, of course, my journey into Rasta began then, you know. But right now, I'm coming like a backslider, yeah, man. If you give me a good piece of pork right now from Jamaica, of course, is trouble. Because I will devour. I want Mr. Bean pork now. Some people act bexterated like say them like me I violate feed them life. Or feed them belly. Right, you do what's good for you. You do what's good for you. My parents don't eat pork. I had to consume it when I became an adult, says Nance. Well, my grandparents ate pork their whole life. And yeah, I hope some can live to 96 or 95. Cause that's a ways away off for me. So I hope me can make it there. I know a whole heap of people that didn't eat pork and they did all the healthy stuff and them gone already. And never to return this way. And they're where my grandparents are, kind of thing, if you get what I mean. So, you know, to each his own, to each his own. We're not ridiculing anybody. I'm just telling you my own experience, and I'm not prescribing anything for anybody else's life. I don't like judge people, you know. I don't like people who judge me neither. Because if they're around you, you know some people, you're there around them, and you open up your food, and it's pork in there, and you're going to start eating now and hear them. I want that. A pork? Boy, brother, move from here so with that man. Or me tired, me move from around here so yeah, man. Because I don't want them something there around me. I don't like them kind of people there. I don't want them kind of people around me. But like my kind of people is like this. You're a Rasta, and you can eat your veggie chunks right beside me, and I consume my pork. And we have a conversation about life and catch up on the times and all other kind of things. You know, looking at my plate and I preach Bible verses and scriptures. And that's all it's all about. You know what I mean? That's why I said to each his own. Empress Stephanie said, my son saw I was serious about not eating meat and was talking to them about the health benefits. They turned vegan 2022. And their girlfriends are now vegan now starting this year. Eat what you want. Live and let live, says Charlotte Law. Yes, Charlotte Law. One more thing I'm going to say before I get into the last story of the morning is life is super short. And I told you all this before, and I'll tell you again, I'll never forget, working in the geriatric environment, I normally always talk to the oldest of the people then because, you know, I want to find out from somebody who is 100, how do you feel being 100? And I'll never forget, I repeated this many times, so forgive me if you heard it too many times. I asked a man who was 99, the next day was supposed to be his birthday, he was going to turn 100. And I said, how do you feel? You know, tomorrow's your birthday. You're going to be 100. He said, it went by fast. It went by super fast. I can't believe I'm about to be 100. He also said, don't get me wrong. I lived a good life. And I lived every bit of those 100 years. But I can't believe it went by in a flash. I mean, I said to myself, I may not even reach half a theme age yet. And he must say it went by in a flash. What I tell you? No matter how long you live, this you see, it's still going to be a short life. No matter how long you live it, it's still going to be a short life. Okay? So at the end of the day, I say partake in all the things. I mean, the things I'm talking within moral guidelines now. I mean, I tell you, you go boom, skettle out yourself and sell your soul and all these things. I talk about within morality lines. Partake in everything your heart desires. with moderation. Because life is short. Why miss out? You know what I mean? You want yam pork, eat some pork. Just not get up on yam pork every day until your arteries are clogged. You know? Some people get up fried bacon every rotted day and then them arteries clog up. You ever see bacon, bacon grease, how it cake up? Well, that'll go on in your arteries. So you must know that. But you can eat some bacon every now and then if that's your thing. Just not do it every day. Whatever else there is, partake, but partake in moderation. Life is short. Life is short. If you like that kind of cake, go get you a slice of that. Nobody now says sit down and eat the whole cake or yam it every day. You want to have a drink? Go ahead and do that. I'm not saying drink every day. Then you're turning an alcoholic. Yeah? But have you a bottle of wine once in a while and a glass of wine or two and these kind of things. Enjoy life because life is here to be lived and enjoyed. You can't rewind this. I'm going to do it back over again. We don't know not one person that left us that you saw came back and is like, oh, this is my second lap. I'm about to do this again, but this time, me now I'm going to eat this and I'm going to eat more of that. You know, see none of that. Because them gone. And none of them never come back. Right. So you know that. So why deny yourself of anything? Again, within morality lines. See? All right. Nobody take my words now and go boom, skettle out yourself, you know, and talk about SouFlo said, YOLO, only live one life, do everything. Man climb on my back. And then same thing there. I know that me tell if you do. All right. Into the last story of the morning now. Did your grandma dry the tribe too? Me watch them clean the tribe. I watch them clean the tribe. Them used to carry the tribe, go down a bush, go clean it. Then used to dig a hole in the ground. Up a yard, them have one big kerosene pan. Someone don't know about kerosene pan. Them have a big square type of kerosene pan the wood fire. And them, me used to watch how them squeeze out, them dig one big hole in it. That is what the hole was for. Whole cow belly, you know. And then they squeeze out the shit out of the tribe. So I'm putting over there so while them squeeze the shit out of the tribe, into the hole in the ground, and then they would eventually cover that hole in the ground. Then they would use something like a big leaf, cocoa leaf maybe, and strip the leaf and use the vein in the cocoa leaf or one stick or something and run it through it and flip it inside out. So the tribe get flipped inside out and then they would have boil it. Right? Yeah, with salt or something. And then I don't remember how they procured it. But sure them used to dry it. Because it used to tough when it's in a Arakan them used to corn it too. I think they used to corn it too. In a pan like how them do the pork. And then slice it up and use it however they use it. It was cured. It was cured. Yeah. Yeah, man. All right. Man, we got some memories, huh? I used to see my granny do that and I didn't eat it. You think? Yo, when them a clean trap. Hey, that's what our brothers and sisters in the US call chitlins. What y'all talking about? That's what I'm telling y'all. We the same people. Our chitlins, them call it. You think? But the only thing me here say, them not clean it properly like how we clean it. You see how me tell you, say then squeeze out everything out of it and then run the something through it and flip it inside out and boil it out and then sitting there. Me here said them not do that. I know I had a brethren and his wife was from the south when we were in the army. And then they live in a housing, military housing. And we go up at the apartment one time and they lived like on the 3rd floor. And the minute I parked my car in front of their building, as soon as I started to walk up the steps, because they never have elevator, soon as I start walk up the step, the first set of step, me already know that she did a cook chitlin upstairs. Because I stink up the whole building. And by the time I got upstairs, him up there with hot sauce. And the chitlin just boil. Like them never fry it up and, you know, food. My grandparents used to cut it up and fry it up and put it in or something and for them just white, like boil white, like how if you boil a piece of chicken with no seasoning or no nothing, and the man I just kill it with the hot sauce and just eat it, and he was like, I said, man, this shit stink as hell, and he was like, yeah, boy, but it tastes so good though. They were from the south too. He was like, yeah, but it tastes so good though. You want to have some? I said, no, I'm good. I don't want none. Me don't want none because it don't look like the kind of tripe where my granny used to do at all, but I see them tripe. It's chitlins, them call it. All right. Right along. Empress Stephanie says no, sir. So Empress Stephanie, you wouldn't, well, you say you're vegan, so we can't go there. I was going to ask you if you wouldn't eat like bullfrog and crocodile and them something there then. But I guess you wouldn't. Because you're not even eat chicken, so much less. But yeah, man, me eat all them thing there. Bullfrog. Haven't eaten the frog yet. Haven't eaten the frog yet. Surprisingly, I haven't eaten the frog yet. A brother went to a festival and came back and he did eat a plate full of frog legs. And he asked me if I want one. But you see how me grow and them send up to eat from people. It wasn't that I didn't want to try it. It was that I didn't see where he got it from. And him take it out of car and stand up there and eat it. And I said no. But I could have tried it, but I didn't, because you know them growing enough to eat from people. I don't know when put on the food. Right. So I'm not eat the frog yet. But I've eaten, haven't had snake yet, haven't had frog yet, but definitely alligator. Alligator. And I actually like alligator. Yeah. Don't judge me. It is what it is. I used to tell myself, say, anyhow, nobody bring that near me, I swear me I go vomit. How do you eat an alligator? It just look like one giant lizard from prehistoric times. Blah, blah, blah. I was out in Texas. I went to this restaurant called Papados. Papados has a chain, right? And then bring out the menu, and on the menu was alligators or alligator. Gator bites. Order it. And when me tell you something, I'm off the whole light and order one second order to go. I'm not over exaggerating. It was that good. So sometimes, you know, it's okay to just open up and try new things, I guess. Now me, since I'm the oldest out of 11, to cook for them. My granny taught me at 7 how to cook, and I love to cook, says Empress Stephanie. Empress Stephanie coming like she grow like we. I was telling my children that. I said, when I was your age, like my daughter is 10. My daughter jump out of her bed and she don't even make the bed. I got to send her back in the room. I said, the first thing you do in the morning is you go to the bathroom, you know, you use your toilet, your bowel movements, your bodily fluids out, and you wash your face and brush your teeth before you even come back out. So the first person you talk to is not ducking your breath, and you're not talking to people with mata in your eye and something dry up on your mouth corner. That's how I teach my kids, right? And then you go in the room and you make up your bed. She always act like something wrong with her hand, man. She can't make her bed. And none of my kids, they wake up, them just sit down there in them room. The room stay how it stay. And me have to go in there and say, yo, clean up this room. Even now, as big kids, yeah, clean up the room, man. For us, I tell them, I say, you know, when I was your age, like 6 and 7, I was hand washing my clothes. Because my granny used to give me the basin and give me, remember, you know, when I grew up, we have, nowadays people are offended by the word helper, but we did have helper. My grandfather did have one helper for him farm, and we had a helper at the house for my grandmother to help wash the clothes them and them kind of thing there. Because when they had no washer and dryer them time, there are different times we are talking about. And my grandmother used to make sure so she give me one basin, and she give me 2 pieces of my uniform, and she teach me how to you a fab where I use them time there. She teach me how to scrub and scrub out my uniform. 6 years old. I hand wash my clothes them. And when she in her kitchen, she used to teach me in the kitchen how to cook. And you stand up there and watch her, how you season the meat and how she gonna put with this till tomorrow. And I say, why can't I cook today? And she tell us that have to marinate, you know. And then today this is how we cook and see how she cut up onion, scallion, thyme and all these things. 5, 6 years old. 7. By the time I'm in the US, 8, 9, I'm already dabbling in cooking. By the time I was 10, 11, definitely start cook small things. By the time I was 12, 13, I'm cooking dinner. Cook like the whole dinner for everybody. Yeah. And you cook it and you burn it up sometime, and sometime you didn't cook it too good, it didn't need some more seasoning or something. This is 12, 13. I don't think my kids can even boil water properly. So in a instant to try to give them the easiest life, I think I also robbed them of skills that these people gave me from early. I don't need nobody to cook for me. You know, some man still, them need a woman to clean up them house, them need a woman to cook them a decent meal because them can't really cook. Them need somebody to take out them crush up clothes and put an iron to it and all these things. Me don't need none of them there because I can do all of them and I can do them very well by myself. But it's from granny days. So we are doing them something that from 5, 6, 7 years old. All right, on up. Right. All right. Last thing of the morning, I keep saying it. Somebody told me the other day, said, SouFlo, how come you never did a story on the guy that got the Jamaican that got killed in Fort Lauderdale, Florida for loud music? And I asked them, when you send me these things, I asked me why me never cover these stories. Please send me the link to where you got the story from. I didn't know where to find this thing. So I didn't do a story on it until, lo and behold, found it this morning. So when we found it this morning, this is what we found. I just feel like everything disappeared off of my phone this morning. I feel like all the stuff that I saved went unsaved. Anyway, Florida grandpa, it says, 72 years old. If you look at the icon this morning, the couple that you see to the far left of the screen on the icon, I covered her face because I don't know if she wants me using her liking, but his is already made public in major news networks across the United States of America. By the way, so is hers. But I just had some kind of reservation about hers being there, especially considering the circumstances of the situation. So I saw an interview with her this morning and they asked her, you know, what happened? She said she don't know because when she went down there after the guy shot her husband, she asked him, why you shoot my husband? He had the gun in his hand still, and he said, you better move before me shoot you too. Now, I don't know if they are Jamaicans, the ones that did the shooting, but I know that the one who got shot, that they are Jamaicans. Florida grandpa, 72 years old, alleged loud music dispute with his neighbor, and this happened on Thanksgiving Day. She said he wasn't sorry for doing it. He told me to move before him shoot me too. A Florida grandfather preparing to celebrate Thanksgiving with his family and his friends was shot to death by his neighbors inside of a gated community as the two argued over loud music. Mr. McLean, who they actually call Earl, his real name is Huraleon McLean, but them call him Earl. He was gunned down after 3:30 p.m. in the Somerset Drive apartments in Lauderdale Lakes, Florida, according to Broward County Sheriff's Office. McLean had gone downstairs to talk to the suspected shooter, of course, before the shooting happened, who lives in the unit below his apartment, after the man had reportedly complained about the grandfather's music being too loud. You know how we stay already, right? Jamaican people, especially when a holiday time come around, everywhere festive and music plays a lot. Yeah, what a name, right? You know, say one of them old time name there. Music plays a big role in our culture. It's important to be around people who understand your culture too. Because people don't understand your culture. Missy people up here tell me in a foreign, won't you turn that damn music down? Especially when I was younger and used to blast my music. Won't you turn that damn music down? Them same people that go to Jamaica, they're non-black people. They are of the other persuasions. They go to Jamaica. And when you see them come back to the community, them come back from Jamaica with them hair braided up. Some of them having lock extensions and braids, and them love the music in Jamaica when it's there. So what I gathered was keep that shit in your own country. And if I want to hear it loud, I will come there to hear it. But you're in my country, so turn that Ross down. That's what I gathered from it over the years, right? Anyways, the police said that the altercation broke out and the unnamed suspect pulled out a gun and fired it. Fired the fatal round. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, brother.
So I'm listening to you saying that when you were little at 5 years old, you're put over a clothes to learn to wash, and even learn to cook from an early age.
Yeah.
And I see a video like 3 months ago on social media where in China, they show you that they teach these kids to be independent from 4 or 5 years old.
Yes.
Have you seen that video?
Probably not the same video, but I've seen a video where they talk about how school is in China. Like for the first 5 years, they don't do anything. Like they live, laugh, play, learn through playing, and learn practical things. But they don't do school curriculum work.
So because the video I see, they show you how the kids have him to learn to cook, learn to sew, knit clothes, and so on. So, when some kids will have like maybe break time and they go play and fuck, these kids, they learn schoolwork and then they learn to cook for each other and eat their own food and so on. Teach them to be more independent.
Right.
And I think it would bring out a better society.
Yes,
if we teach our younger ones to be more independent from an early age.
I agree. Absolutely.
All right, boss.
All right, my brother. All right, I see somebody said, Carla, we passed that already. We did pass that already. All right, so back to this now. They said he was playing his music, and the guy said that he was playing it too loud, said his wife. I wanted you to see the interview with his wife, but apparently I didn't save it to my phone because it's gone. I was watching it, and then I let it go without saving it. I thought I saved it. She says, he complained that my husband was playing his music too loud. So my husband, he went down there to him, left his apartment and went down there to him. The grieving wife said that she was unaware that her husband had left the house and gone downstairs to the neighbors. But she knew something was wrong when she heard one single gunshot go off. I heard the gunshot, boom! And I just fly to the door. And I see my husband laying face down in the blood. Rose McLean said, boy, listen up. She said, Rose McLean claimed that she said, I just fly to the door and I see my husband laying there in the blood. Rose McLean claimed that the alleged killer didn't show any remorse at all for shooting and threatening her life as well if she didn't stop talking. She was asking him, why you shoot my husband? And he said, you better shut up before I shoot you too. He wasn't sorry. I was just standing there. And he was just standing there, just looking at me with the gun in his hand the same way. She said to the news outlet. And I go up to him and I said, why did you shoot my husband? Why? And he said to me, if I didn't shut my mouth, that he would shoot me too. McLean family and friends were taking part in a prayer circle outside of the apartment. They have a picture of that. McLean was a private bus driver. He was a father of 2 sons, and he was also a grandfather, and he was also a husband. Anywhere he is, I'm always with him. We're like a team together. For him to be taken away like this, trust me, it's very hard, she said. McLean's pastor, Tracy McLeod, led a prayer circle with the victim's family and friends outside of the apartment as they waited for police to update them on what led up to the shooting. It's crazy how mankind can have gotten to this place where we don't honor life like we should honor life, said his pastor, who would have thought something tragic like this would have happened. Lauderdale Lakes is located 32 miles north of downtown Miami. The suspected shooter remained at the scene, waited for the police to come, and was detained by the police and was cooperating with the police as he was being interviewed by the police. He claims self-defense in the shooting. Officials said that the case will be handed over to the Broward County State Attorney's Office after the investigations to determine if charges would be filed at all against the individual, cause him call self-defense. I live in the state of Florida. Let me help you all out. I can't speak for your state. Don't go confront nobody about nothing. There's a law here that is called the Stand Your Ground law. Yeah, Nans. There's a law here that is called the Stand Your Ground law. And it doesn't take much twisting and tweaking of a story to justify your death. All they really have to prove is that they feel like they were in danger and you attacked in some form, way, shape, whatever. And just like that, they'll get off. I wanted y'all to see her talk. He's 72. She looks more like she is in her 40s. If she is older than that, she can't be older than me. I give her 51. So obviously there was a great age difference between them, probably about 2 decades or so, but that's neither here nor there because they've been together for a long time, and she said this is her life partner, and you know, wherever you saw him, you saw me kind of thing. We're a team. So to lose him like this is a problem to her. That boy, I'm gonna tell you again, sometimes people, it's best to walk away. Please practice this. You see that little something there when name pride, not pride, when name ego in your head, that ego there will sit right at your rotted ear, right? And the ego will say something like this. I would have boy that downstairs I talk about turn down music. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm go down there go talk to him. See what he must say. Me function different. Me function like this. Him come complain about the music. All right, my apologies. I'll turn it down. We live to fight another day. I don't know what he got going on in his life. You know, sister, we live in a place where sometimes cycle the wrong way and we don't know. Him wife no give him none in a 2 weeks. Him boss just fire him lose him job. Bills are pile up on him bipolar, all kind of sitting and going in a film life. Next thing him they load up a gun because him hear my music. My music is setting him off. I go down there to say, hey man, what's the problem with my music? Bam! Me dead. I see stuff before it happened. So I'm the kind of person to be like, you come to me and say, hey, turn that shit down, it's bothering me. I'm sorry, my apologies. That, you're not gonna hear me talk about turn down what? How it a bother you? Bro, go on back which party I got contention? Me run from it. Because you can plan your defense all you want to, but you don't know what another person is about to do. And that friggin' element of surprise there, I'm not willing to give to somebody else. Because they're gonna catch me off guard. I'm sure he didn't know that going down there to talk to his neighbor about why you keep complaining about my music. Come on, bro, we're neighbors. Why you keep complaining about the music? You know, say you're free to come upstairs. We'll invite you in my house, you know. We'll cook some good curry goat. You eat goat? Yeah, man, and some manish water me I make to you. Ever have manish water? Yeah, my wife I fry some chicken and them thing there. We have oxtail. I know you eat oxtail. Come up, man, and get some food, man. We just try to enjoy the holiday. This is why I love Jamaica, right? Because these things I'm saying right now, I could have actually said that if I had me there. Well, I don't know about today, but a country me come from. So I don't know about them high-rise apartment building there and them new something there. And oh my God, the neighbors are the music is too loud. I don't know. Because a part of Jamaica has become super Americanized. You know, you live in the fancy high-rise buildings, and the neighbor upstairs is complaining about your music downstairs and across the hall. Some of you might be on here, so you don't know what me I talk about. But me, a country me I come from. So when time we are play with music loud and sound string up, nobody no complain. Even if my neighbor come over there and say, boy, the one bag of music could not play over here, we can say about Mazaki. At Christmas, you know, sir. You over there by yourself? You can't come over here, man. Matter of fact, here what, may I drink some rum? You want a drink? Come on, sit down and drink with me and talk a little bit, man. And we even it out and easy way out, right? Yeah, man, mama they run so I cook some food, man. And them thing there. Where you have around there cook? That's all me I got here. Why we have some brown stew chicken around there. I think she has some goat around there too. And them something there. You can stay and eat some food with the man. Make we have a drink in the meantime and talk. And next thing, before you know it, you hear what bother the man. Boy, brother, me just stress out there, man. That's why I never want to hear too much noise. I go work last night, come in early this morning, I just want to lay down and sleep. You know? Life rough right now, money short and them something there. And we could have talked. Not here. Not up here. Especially if they not your kind of people. You are risking your life. So put it like this. You're there foreign and play your music loud, you're risking your life. Just like that. You're in foreign playing your music loud, you're risking your life. I used to drive around playing my music loud. I see quite a few stories of young black men pull up in a gas station. One guy, they didn't even ask him to turn the music down. The man going in the back of the car and fire through the car. Bam, 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 bam. Kill a little youth and somebody else in the car. They asked him in court, why did you do it? They came around here playing that loud rap music, and I felt intimidated. So I make sure I play my music where I can't hear it. And if you loud my window them up, and me alone if it deaf. If I pull on my window, me turn it down. Because I don't want nobody come fire no gunshot in my car because they're offended by my music and the volume or the content of it. You'll be surprised, right? These are the things I try putting on to. I'm raising your awareness with this one because the holiday season is here. Everybody festive. People are going to drive around. You go into the car wash. You're going to turn up your music while you're cleaning the vehicle. Watch that guy next to you at the car wash because he might be having one of them days there and don't like your kind. And gunplay can happen easily. Move quietly if you can. And live to fight another day. Right? That's how we deal with it. My condolences goes out to him, man, and his family, his surviving wife and his children and whatnot. I don't know what the outcome of the story is. I will dig more and do a follow-up later on to tell you if somebody was charged and what the charge is and all that. She lucky. She lucky because if him tell her, say, if she don't shut up, he'll shoot her too. It don't take much for her in the heat of the moment, raise that up and bang, fire again. And she and her husband dead. So she lucky. But we'll stay close to this story. Y'all be careful out there. You have one life to live. And this is not a rehearsal. And you don't have a double life. Contrary to popular belief, you're not a cat. You don't have 9. You have 1. Protect it. All right? Happy Boxing Day, everybody. My Jamaican people. Big up to my whole Caribbean family. Shout out to those of you who are not Caribbean but are connected to us in some way. Big up to you as well, and thank you for being here as well. It's still Merry Christmas, even though Christmas gone. It's still that season as we head into the new year. Manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in this morning. I appreciate you greatly. And we will see you tomorrow morning for Festive Friday right here on Morning Thoughts. If God spare me life, like my grandfather used to say, and my granny said, be good. But if you can't be good, be careful. I'm out. Peace.